host, the master brewer himself, the Brewed, Joshua Kunkle. Grab a cold one, kick back and relax, and enjoy the show. Cheers, everybody.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BeerDad and Brewed podcast. As always, I am your host, the BeerDad himself, Justin Allen, joined by my co-host, the Brewed man, Joshua Kunkle.
Howdy ho.
And we have Mr. Tons and Candles representing our awesome sponsors of the Craft Lounge located in Beaumont, California. Mr. Tons and Kettles, Brandon Gray. What's up, buddy?
Howdy, y'all. I've been in Texas for 3 days, and now I sound like this.
Howdy, y'all. Oh, he spilled the beans. We're still in Texas. But there, cat's out of the bag. Cat is out of the bag because we are here celebrating 5 amazing years of Baa Baa Brewhouse, and we're joined by Mr. Baa Baa himself. Marcus, what's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Oh, man. Thank you so much for inviting us out here for the 5-year anniversary. This is awesome.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure. This is great weather, great event, great people. Good to have you guys here. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
Couldn't have asked for a better day for this, honestly. Like, I mean, we've been in Texas for a couple of days, and we come in, and it's like foggy, kind of gloomy. Yesterday, it's like raining off and on, and today it's like 85, sunny, little light breeze.
Yeah.
Talk about bipolar weather.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was looking at it yesterday going, oh, man, dude, I hope it doesn't mess with the event tomorrow. Like, we're going to cross our fingers, and man, it cleared up quick.
The beer gods came through.
Beer guys. I like it.
The beer gods came through. So, Marcus, 5 years.
5 years.
Wow.
In the books.
It went by
Official.
quick, didn't it?
It sure did.
Yeah, I'll bet. So we're here at 5 years, and you've done so much. What's the future hold for Baa Baa Brewhouse?
Oh, boy. Good question. It's happening fast, I can tell you that. The last year's been pretty epic, been pretty exciting. A lot of growth, and the trend continues to just kind of go forward. So we went through like about 400% growth this year.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And then we'll continue to do that. So the goal is to kind of continue like 200 to 400% growth next year. So that's where it's going. I don't know where the ceiling is. We've not found it yet. When we find it, we'll know. But so far, we've not found a ceiling or a basement, so we're good.
Well, it looks like by the judge of things, you're going to have to expand out towards the back here and just bulldoze those trees back there and just keep building.
So it looks like this might be the new tap room. So, maybe the listeners don't know much about Baa Baa Brewhouse or where we are or how we operate.
They know about Baa Baa Brewhouse, but most of them are from all over the country, right? You got your local listeners here, and they know all about it, but all over the country, they probably have no idea where you're at, where Brookshire's at.
Well, let me ask you this. So this is your show, so I'm not going to take over.
All right.
First time at Baa Baa Brewhouse, like this is probably not what you expected. This is kind of a weird little spot. It's it's weird, right?
It's quirky.
Out of the way. Yeah,
I mean, no, it's
cool.
quirky, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, your operation a lot smaller than I thought compared to like all the beers I'm saying. But it's still pretty awesome that you're able to put out that much. I mean, you must be busting your ass. Is pretty much
Brewing
he is.
constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's
dude.
not just me. So for the record, like this is not just me busting my ass.
Okay.
I'm actually sitting here during an event. We're serving beer, and I'm not working. So there's a lot of people involved in this operation.
And they're all kicking ass.
You got some
Yeah,
great
definitely.
people. I noticed you had a numbering system here for today.
Kind of unique and first time. So
I like how you're number 2,
of course I'm
and
number
King
2.
is number 1.
My wife, and business partner, my all-around good buddy, best friend, she's number 1.
She is number 1. And I seen her, man. She was like cracking the whip and just going hard. Like she was moved. There was a line of people doing pickups, and she's just like calling out everything. And you got Sebastian, like he was kicking butt in there, and I was like, yeah, they're used to this. They got it down pat.
It's been 1 year of this, so
Yeah.
you noticed Sebastian is 007, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
He had to point that out. He's like, oh, I saw that's cool and all, but I'm a secret agent. Or
No, he's like, I'm licensed.
licensed
to
to
kill.
kill.
Yeah.
So literally put Kinga and Sebastian together, 001 and 007 together.
There you go.
You better just stay out of the way,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They're
for sure.
intense. It's
Deadly.
not. It's intense.
Well, I mean, when we were talking earlier, Sebastian's kind of like just like zipping around me. I'm like, oh shit, am I in the way?
We were all in the way.
Yeah.
For sure.
We were
for sure.
We were just like standing there like,
No, that's insane. So this system of like drive-through pickups, walk-up pickups, online
Yeah.
sales, drive-through walk-up pickups has been quite a thing for us. And the numbering system is kind of like the icing on the cake.
okay.
The little bit of a tongue-in-cheek little thing for today. It just sort of like, it almost puts to bed the era of drive-through or walk-up sales. Although we're still going to do it because it's really kind of cool that, people in like California, people in West Coast, East Coast, I don't know, Minnesota can buy our beer and people pick it up for them. It's not a normal thing for this to happen, so we're going to keep doing that.
That's
cool.
awesome.
So
Well, you heard it here. So the proxies will still continue, right?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course. Listen, our proxies are amazing. There's a number of people out there who do great things.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like legally with us,
Yeah.
but for sure they work with us and they work with their customers, and we always make sure they're taken care of. And they do great things for our industry in general. Like forgive me, the hyped up beer industry,
Yes.
which is we're all part of. Small brewery, lots of people, lots of following. The proxies do a lot of work for us.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
amazing. We don't pay them.
They do.
They're great. So
If it wasn't for a specific proxy, Drake, buddy, we've seen you all weekend. It was good to see you in person. If it wasn't for him, we would know nothing about Houston craft beer.
That is
So
true.
he listened to the show, and he was like, hey, I'm going to send you some Houston fire. And Josh and I were like,
Okay.
Houston?
there's no fire in Houston.
Come on,
What
bro.
the hell are you talking about?
I mean, we weren't rude about it, but we're always open to try anything. So we're like, yes,
some Houston
And-
humidity.
And he sent us stuff, and like he talked nothing about great things about your brewery. And I remember the first one I got, I was like, holy shit. And I was like, Josh, you got to try this. And we're like, man. And then just kind of downward spiral from there. And here we are
Yeah,
in
dude.
person.
I think we talked pretty soon after that, to be
We
honest.
did,
Yeah. And then I came to see you guys out at the craft lounge.
You did. That was
Which was
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out the Craft Lounge. Jimmy, what's up?
Yeah, Jimmy wanted to come so bad, but as a business owner, it's hard to shut things down or have the right amount of people that can run the place while you're gone and not worry about your business, not doing too well. It's
100%,
hard.
100% agree.
So-
Well, he's here in spirit because he did send a shirt.
He did.
Yeah,
He sent a
yeah.
shirt. He sent Brandon. Brandon's here. So and he also
Speaking of proxies,
yeah, he
Yeah.
also contributed to part of our travel fund. So we appreciate Jimmy
yeah.
and the Craft Lounge. So
A different bold guy,
different, yeah. But a good guy. So yeah, it's awesome. It's great. And as far as this is, I just can't wait. I can't wait to see all your growth. It's cool to see where you're at, and now you got this other building, and you're just moving, and seeing all these people here is really cool.
It's a cool experience for us too because we don't always. I'll put this nicely. I don't want any sympathy. I don't want anyone to feel bad for me. But here's the thing: we don't always know what people think.
yeah,
Right.
We only know what we know, and we don't know what you know.
yeah,
And
Right.
it's honestly with being shut down for like 14 months, our tap room has just been a warehouse.
yeah.
So without having that face-to-face experience with people, with our locals, with people out of town, people are here from everywhere today. I don't even know where half these people came from. I've never seen them, and they come from out of town, out of the state. Awesome, but we don't know. Like we see untapped reviews, okay, but that's not the end-all, be-all
Yeah,
of
right.
like how does the beer actually taste.
Yeah.
So we don't always know what's going on. So it's difficult for us to operate under conditions where it's like we brew beer and people pick it up and there's no feedback and there's no let's have a beer together because the doors are closed and you're masked up and it's just
I want
been
to tell you, my mom loves your beer, dude. Like, seriously, that's my mom's favorite brewery ever. So shout out to my mom. I love you.
success.
Gotta get, hey,
Yeah, so-
my mother-in-law, same, my wife, same. And the big ones for my wife, and that's what's great about what you do, is bringing people in that don't normally like craft beer And that's my wife. She's
Yes.
not. You cannot like. Whereas we could all sit here and this Kolsch is great, by the way. I've probably drank too many of those.
Oh yeah, I've been crushing these
Just because
all
it's
day.
hot, and I'm like, oh man, these are great.
It's
It's so
dry hop,
good.
man. Cascade
But-
dry hop on that
Oh,
Kolsch.
so
It
good.
kills it.
It's my favorite beer to brew too, man.
Yeah.
Kolsch, dry
Oh, yeah.
hop.
Nice.
But yeah, my wife, she wouldn't drink a Kolsch. You'd have to pay her, and she still wouldn't drink it. But she loves all your fruited sour. She loves the candy bar line, and so
Candy bar.
and now it's like it used to be like I'll go get some for myself, and now she's having me procure some for her too. And it's like, oh man, this is more money. You're yelling at me for spending too much money on beer.
You guys have inspired me. I think we need to start a new series called Your Mom
Yes,
Will Love This Beer.
your
Yeah,
mom will
dude.
love this beer.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, my mom would love that.
So speaking of moms, Marcus, well, one, I have to shout out your mom. I got to meet her in person. She's always sending messages.
Don't you
and-
talk about my mom.
Yeah,
boy.
she is great. She's great. And the best part is when I first met her here in person, she had a beer in her hand. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so mom and dad are both here. They're awesome. Amazing support. And
That's awesome.
They're here helping us out for the week. So it's been really nice to have them take care of the three kids,
Okay.
you know, and little babysitting, little power washing, you know,
Yeah.
it all goes hand in hand, right?
I was gonna say, good job on getting the sort of
Keep the kids busy over there.
keeping the kids busy over here. I'm seeing a slide here.
I was actually
see some,
watching them. These
Jenga.
kids are, man, they've got some X game style skills. They got those like tricycles up on that ramp, and they were like launching down it and knocking over the blocks. I was like, yeah.
I didn't see that. If my insurance adjuster's listening, I didn't see it.
Okay.
I didn't set it up, and it's out of my hands.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
See,
So-
that's all on them.
So
Well
speaking
said.
of moms, I kind of did something behind your back. Another mom, I actually went and I had some people do a couple recordings, and we're going to play them throughout this episode. Just people that wanted to say happy anniversary. So
Cool.
one of them, first up, is a mom who was on our Mother's Day episode.
All right.
She is Ceci from Muñecas Micheladas. So this is her message for you.
Hey, Ceci here from Muñecas Micheladas. From our family to yours, happy 5th anniversary to Baa Baa Brewhouse and to many more successful years. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers to
Awesome.
that.
And by the way, those micheladas are amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, they are.
When we came out to see you guys, we sampled
That's
some of their
right,
products, and they
Oh,
were
yeah.
just like spectacular. And I've talked with her on the phone or Instagram or something,
Yeah.
and you know, we're not really sure where it fits with our business right now,
Yeah.
but one day it will. So you know,
Definitely.
it's
That's
cool.
awesome, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Awesome. So we'll have some more of those to play for you, some other people throughout the show.
Nice.
But first, we talked about everything. We've got a lot of beer on this table that we got to
Yeah,
attend
Yeah,
to.
I've been
man.
looking at this, going, okay, all right, liver.
Let's get going. Yeah.
So what are we starting with, Josh? I'll let you.
So
go
I
ahead
thought we'd
pick.
start light. I mean, we mentioned the Kolsch a moment ago. We've all been kind of crushing this all day, and this is just a banger of a beer, man. It's just great. And I remember, when you came on the show last time, you said that you were a real big fan of like kind of the German style beers, the lager type beers.
Yep.
So, and I can see why. This is just an amazing beer, right?
This is according to my staff, this is the beer that keeps me skinny. Complete bullshit.
No,
on
right.
the record. However,
Actually, one of the guys over here by the truck told me that it's like his shift beer. He just loves,
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of like just
That's
drinking
awesome.
it. Yeah.
I love it. And it was funny because I remember I told you when you were out there, I still hadn't had your Kolsch, so I'm happy to finally try it.
That's awesome.
Because I've had your IPAs and I've had obviously your sours and the different variations of them, but first time having this, and it is just perfect for today. 80 degrees.
well, I'll tell you a little bit about the beer. It's,
Yeah, please.
So it's super simple. This is like 4.9% ABV. Well, it's that range, 4.9 to 5.2.
Okay.
We shoot for kind of the middle of that. It's all Pilsner malt. It is a blend of Kolsch yeast and lager yeast.
Oh, nice.
So we
Okay.
we co-pitch because Kolsch yeast is quite strong.
Oh yeah.
It gives you that really, for lack of a better word, like Kolsch flavor,
Yeah.
which is great. I love it, but normal consumers don't always like.
Some
love
people are a little turned off
the
by
intensity.
it. Yeah.
So we co-pitch with just a super clean lager yeast.
Nice.
This beer, start to finish, 4 weeks.
Wow.
We dry hop this with a half pound per barrel Cascade
Half pound. Okay, nice.
T90s, amazing.
Yeah.
And it's super light.
I would say Cascade definitely does it justice right here.
And it's fully, fermentation is fully done when we dry hop. It's not like a hazy where it's like somewhere during the process. It's like fermentation now is finished. We have cold crashed. We're dropping yeast. So first we kick the yeast out, then we dry hop. So we dry hop at 52.
52, nice.
And it's super light. It sits there for a week, then it goes to bright. That's it.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Beautiful.
Well, cheers to this beer.
Yes,
Cheers.
And it's
I slam mine down, dude. I love it.
I know it's a Kolsch, but does it have a name?
Yeah, so we call this Big Sheep Kolsch.
Big Sheep Kolsch.
Big sheep.
Yep, everything here is sheep related, as you guys know. This was a tough one because it doesn't fit our business model. It doesn't fit anything.
Right.
It's my brewer's beer, so it's And we've got so we actually can this.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to.
We can silver bullets. There's no
Sneak
labels
some.
on them. We don't even put labels on it.
I like it, silver bullets.
Tight.
We'll make sure that we don't get one of those cease and desist letters for the silver bullets.
No, it's not the silver
Not
bullet.
the silver bullet, no.
It's a variety
yeah.
of a silver bullet.
But
Not associated with anyone who does silver bullets.
correct.
Yes.
It's a blank can.
Yes.
It's a blank can.
It's a bright can. Let's just
It's always fun too. Sometimes some other breweries during the pandemic they couldn't get labels and stuff like that. So I had a few beers like in the back of my fridge with no labels, and I had no clue what they were because we didn't write on them. And so I'm like, oh, cool, mystery beer. Pop it open, and of course, obviously we kind of know our thing about beer, so figure out what it was real quick. But that's cool.
Well, that's where this started, right? So early on, so last March, pandemic hits, bars closed. We had 30 half barrels of Big Sheep Kolsch sitting there ready to go for distro.
Right.
Well, where's it supposed to go? I don't know. Hey guys, why don't you can this real quick? Well, before we keg it, just throw it in cans. We'll sell it through the drive-through.
Yeah.
So now we literally intentionally can it without labels. It's like reminiscent of early COVID times.
Nice. And everyone just knows.
Yeah, they just know.
That's cool.
For sure.
That's pretty cool. That's how you know you got like a good fan following right there.
Yeah. Honestly, this is like with what we do and with what many others do who are like us. It's a cult following. It really is. Our customers they just know. Yeah. Big Sheep Kolsch, no label. Got it. No problem. This is not normal. This is so weird.
I love it.
That's dope. We're gonna have to take some Kolsch home.
Down.
Yeah.
We need to.
Take some blanks.
A few Blake cans for you guys. Don't worry. All right. We'll hook you up.
Okay. Well, definitely appreciate it. That's something I will say. I mean, here as well as everywhere else, this whole trip is just the hospitality in the Houston area has just been amazing. So I mean,
Everyone's so cool.
and even
nice,
what you
man.
guys are doing here today is just sort of like, cream de la cream, like icing on the cake of just the awesomeness that we've been feeling.
Where have you guys been? If you don't mind me asking, where have you been in Houston?
So the very first day we hit the ground running.
Yeah.
We got picked up at the airport and we went straight to B52 Brewing in Conroe.
Beautiful.
And we got to tour the ridiculous grounds at B52. And we got to sit down with Chris, the COO, and we sampled a ton of beers, and it was just really, really fun experience. That brewery's really cool. Like, we never seen it. We pulled in and we were like,
What the hell, man?
are we in a campground? Like, where are
It's
we?
beautiful.
Yeah, they did a good job on that place. Unfortunately, we just found out that the mom of B52 passed away today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And we
Oh,
were
really?
literally there Thursday, and yeah, that's sad. So, shout out to all the people at B52,
Oh, for sure.
I know that's
Wow.
tough. So, but they really treated us really well up there. So it's been like that the whole time since we've been here, and we've like met so many people. It's really crazy.
Well, like
it's spiraled downhill like the whole time, like in a good way.
Spiraled up.
Spiraled up.
Yeah.
So we did that with B52, and that went late, and so we just stayed up there in Conroe. The very next day, we had an appointment with Urban South, and we got to sit down with Justin, and who was formerly a B52. But they had nothing but nice things to say about each other, so that was nice. We had a fun time at Urban South. We got a cool tour of the brewery, met a lot of the brewers in the back, it was fun. And so then after that, we were going to see you in the night, so we were kind of trying to keep the night open. We didn't really know what was going on. And out of nowhere, John from Spindle Tap shows up looking for Justin, and he had just left to go to Tripping Animals. And someone's like, "Oh no, that's Justin over there," and he's like, "No, that's not Justin." Like, wrong one. And he's like, but he recognized me, and he invited us to Spindle Tap, and we're like, "All right, I guess we're going to Spindle Tap." So we hung out at Spindle Tap. Apparently it was a private party, but we were invited, and it was really fun. Met a lot of really cool people, and then that didn't stop there.
No.
They're like, all right, well, we're closing up here, and now we're gonna go to
Is it True Anomaly?
Right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Zombied around Houston.
Yeah,
On a
and
beer tour.
yeah, well, it's literally
Really did.
Brandon over here and my good old Uncle Craig disappeared on us.
God.
And we drove up and down the mean streets of Houston for a couple hours looking for him. Come to find out, they got an Uber, but their phones were dead.
And the Uber driver kept taking us to the wrong Best Western.
Oh, wow, nice.
Dude, we go up to the room, and Craig was like, "Yeah, I don't think that's the right one." It had like a do not disturb thing on there, and I was like, "Let me try it." And I was like, "Okay, no, it's not the right one. Let's get out of here." So we tried like a couple different Best Westerns. And we finally got the right one.
So we had an adventure last night, but everybody was really, really nice and met a lot of cool, like literally like all the people that follow us from out here and people that we follow, like somewhere at some brewery, we ended up seeing everybody.
So we talked about this earlier in the day. You met probably some of the most influential people in the Houston scene. Like,
Oh, yeah.
So the Houston scene is well, since we've been here. Obviously, we're celebrating 5 years.
5
today,
years.
So,
Yeah.
but we've been in Houston a bit longer than that. Not too much longer, but a bit longer. And what we've seen is the Houston scene has just like kind of evolved into something that's today really cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't always quite this cool, and it's really cool now. So
I'm happy to hear that.
let's keep it going.
Yeah.
It can definitely be like everything can be more cool.
Yes.
But
yes.
right now we're in a really good spot.
Yeah, I just noticed like the camaraderie. Everyone's kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
tight knit here, and everyone's there to support each other, which is I think
Right.
awesome. And that's
Well, I mean, and we
that's
met,
what you need.
You're at Spindle Tap, so we love those guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. So John, formerly of Drink of Ages Pub in Midtown, had a pub called Drink of Ages Pub. He does a podcast. It's on ESPN Radio. Awesome little show.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. Actually, he's rejuvenating now, so he probably told you all about it.
Oh, yeah. He was stoked
it's-
when he
and
met
it's
us.
great.
Yeah.
And we're going on like May 11th or something.
Sweet.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool.
That's right.
It was cool. Like literally, he just met us in person. I mean, but he knew who we were.
Yeah.
And he just, I don't know, goodness of his heart, he's like, come join us. He didn't have to do that, so that's cool. So shout out to him, and we had a great time up there. They were very nice.
Oh yeah.
You guys literally couldn't have met greater people in Houston. Like
Good.
the Urban South crew, the B52 crew, the Spindle Tap crew, like solid people.
Awesome.
Some of the best.
Yeah.
At least in our industry, like some of the best. You've met them all now. Like
Awesome.
There are many others out there who are equally as cool, but you met like 75% of them.
Nice.
Well, and of course, we met you prior.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, if anyway, you were kind of the gateway. For,
I'm a small percentage of that. Like there's this scene is pretty cool, and there's a lot of breweries here, man. There's so many breweries in Greater Houston. There's
Yeah.
I lost count, but I think I stopped counting at like 70 something.
Yeah, you guys are starting to climb up there, and that's awesome. I mean, a lot of ways to catch up to San Diego with their 350 plus breweries, which is insane.
Portland.
well, you do realize 350, but there's a very small percentage that kind of like, come to mind and kind of make the headway.
Yeah,
So,
that's
I mean,
true.
yes, they got sheer number. I'll give them that, but
There are some that aren't the greatest of breweries down there,
Yeah.
but there are some really damn good breweries in San Diego.
I've
so.
been to some good ones down there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Today, I brought a special treat from one of those breweries. We'll tune in to find out.
Yes, I like that.
Excited.
So, before we sample, Josh just poured an IPA. Before we sample that, got one more little message. This is an audio recording, and this comes from Robert Mendoza.
Hi, this is Robert Mendoza. Just want to thank Baa Baa Brewhouse for 5 years of great beers. Don't sleep on the sheep.
Yes, don't sleep on the
Is
sheep.
that your motto?
It is.
Like
Actually,
the hook?
to
Yeah.
be honest with you, it's not ours. So
Who started that?
So Sam
Brooks.
Mr. Sam,
No Yeet.
Mr. No Yeet started that.
Yeah.
That's his hashtag. He started it, and then we
Went
embraced
ran
it.
with it.
Yes, no, Sam kills it. Sam is a badass. And
He's such a
Super
cool
cool
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
I think he's
We
here
met him.
somewhere. I don't know. I saw him earlier, but
He was here earlier, and then I think he's got that other event tonight
Yeah.
down in Houston. And
Sam was one of those guys that we embraced. Many breweries, at least that we have heard of, don't embrace people like Sam.
Right.
Not Sam in particular, just people like Sam. The proxy, you know. We can't honestly say enough good about people who do what Sam does. These are things that make our business go round and round day to day.
Getting your beer out to a bunch of different people who would otherwise not get to try your beer. How awesome is that?
Why not?
Period.
Absolutely.
So speaking of beer, what are we drinking here?
Oh, man.
So I poured it, but
it's the 5th anniversation is this year.
Ballooning.
There you go, ballooning.
So it's a Galaxy Whirlpool, Citra, and Nelson Sauvignon Dry Hop.
Okay. This is. I didn't get a chance to try this earlier, so I'm actually enjoying this
I was really
right
wanting
now.
to check this one out too, man.
I like that.
It's very nice. Galaxy, man. Galaxy Citra, like the Dream Team. The Dream Team.
Yeah, the
combo,
Galaxy's
man.
coming through big on this one.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Get that nice, like, kind of herbal quality, too.
A little dankiness.
Sweet, yeah, man.
I
This
get
is
that
awesome,
like
dude.
that just buttery, pillowy, like balloon. I mean, good name for it.
Yeah.
Ballooning?
But yeah, this is.
Where did that come from?
Well, so it's like a celebration, the ballooning, like the celebration of the balloons for the birthday kind
Very
of thing.
nice.
You know?
Nice.
That's awesome.
So this beer is a bit of like a sister or younger brother, younger sister to a beer we put out 2 weeks ago called Sheepwrecked.
Okay.
Sheepwrecked was all Nelson.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's
That's Brandon's new favorite.
Yeah, dude, that hop had to grow on me. Like each
yeah.
harvest was a little different, and like I don't know, some of them were not very appealing to me when the hop first got popular, but it's growing on me. It has really cool, complex characteristics.
It's a acquired taste, if you will.
Definitely,
Put it that way. We
That
were
hop-
inspired. Honestly, we were inspired by Monkish. Monkish like showed us the way with regards to Nelson.
Yeah, I
It's
love
just
the
it
shit
is what
out
it
of
is. I mean, with the the Foggy series,
Hell yeah.
the Foggy era, the Foggy
I
Ester.
brought some monkish too.
Amazing shit. Amazing.
Of course, you brought monkish.
It's not a hazy though. It's something.
Something special.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, I'd say
Nice.
it's special. Yeah.
Well, they do other things besides hazy.
They do.
So they started.
which are awesome.
Right, and
Belgian, awesome shit.
Yeah, so that's how they started. They're just doing about like, well, I guess the owner wanted to focus on sour beers, but didn't get barrels, so he's like, oh, well, we're just gonna do a traditional Belgian style beers, and then like saisons and grisettes and stuff like that. And then they made an IPA as a joke, and now everybody goes nuts. For
I
an
was like,
IPA.
if this is a joke, I don't want to be.
Yeah, the
That's
guys
right.
at Hop Saint told me that story. It was pretty awesome. Shout out to
I
them.
still love that sign that's still there at the brewery that says no IPA served here.
Yeah.
What it says no IPA, no MSG.
Yeah. That's so great. Awesome.
No, that's great. Those guys have been inspirational to us. I know we don't know them; they don't know us, but they've been inspirational to us for like quite a while. They kind of put us on that hazy track, if you will. Yeah.
Well, you're definitely killing it on the hazy track, and I'm sure they're going to take notice soon, and hopefully one day we'll be cheersing one of those collabs between
That would be
Monkish and
sick,
Baa Baa
man.
Brewhouse. That'd be dope.
We would love nothing more than that. It's not our goal in life to do that, but it's, if someone came knocking, I would probably say yes, like in one millisecond.
There you go. Yep.
Would you like yes?
Would you like to get?
There you go.
I'm actually already in LA. No,
All right.
I'll see you in a minute.
I already bought the ticket.
That's right.
I've been waiting for years for this. I'm actually waiting right next to the brewery.
Perfect. So, all right, Josh, pour the next one. While we're pouring that, we're going to listen to another recording, and this comes from Frank Abeen. Abeen? I don't know.
Hey, this is Frank. I just wanted to say thank you to Baa Baa for the years of great beer. The fruited sour from Baa Baa was the first time I had ever had a fruited sour, and nothing else compares. So thank you so much.
Hey, Frank, thank you so much, man. I mean, honestly, I could probably say everything, and you're probably not going to believe me, but it really does mean a lot. Like that,
awesome.
People do actually enjoy our beer, and that are willing to take the effort to send us a message. I could lie to you and say, yeah, whatever, it's awesome, thank you, but I really do mean it, and it's not hard to convey. It's hard to convey that through a podcast, but it does mean a lot that people take the time to say thank you.
Dude,
It's
it
amazing.
actually gives me chills listening to those.
Yeah,
Because-
right.
yeah, dude. Like for you, because I can imagine like having my own brewery, like my baby, you know what I mean? And then people appreciating it like that. That's beautiful. Love that.
It's amazing. So No, seriously, Frank, man, thank you so much.
Thank you, Frank.
We'll take the compliment and appreciate it.
Yeah, it was great. So now that the cat's out of the bag, the little giveaway that we did, I basically asked people to send us their happy anniversary message to you guys, and each and every one, and you'll hear, and there's some of them that are videos that we'll be playing. You could tell like how genuine these people are that really enjoy your beer.
Can we start saying the sheep's out of the shack instead of the cat's out of the bag?
Right, the sheep's out of the shack.
Sheep's out of the shack.
There it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Not bad, huh?
That's a new beer name right there.
This is good.
Sheep's out of the shack.
I got a bunch of them today, dude. Sheep's out of the shack, and then what'd you say? Your mom will love this beer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got to, dude. Oh, if I see that, dude, I will just like.
It's got to be like more like your mom will love this beer.
Oh.
Okay, so I know this is audio, but if you can see my face right now, I'm kind of freaking out. The ideas are flowing strong right
See
now.
the light bulbs popping off. Yes.
That's what happens when we drink for 3 days straight. We get these grandiose
Elevate
ideas.
to the next
yeah.
level.
Yep. Oh man, this is good.
There you go. They
This is
just
a
keep coming.
productive meeting right here, I have to say.
It's every time once the drinks start flowing, the juices start flowing.
man.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
so,
nice.
What did you pour, Josh?
I see a bright orange color. I mean, some of the.
This is the Baa Baa.
I'm going to tell you all about this
Peace
beer. So
peppers.
this is a super unique beer. So of the 9 collabs we released today, this is ours.
Okay.
So we released these beers in it's 9 puzzle pieces. They actually do fit together, and you can peel the puzzle off the label.
That is dope.
And you can make
Sick.
you can make a puzzle, like a real puzzle.
That is awesome.
We did it when the canning guys, the mobile canners came in on Wednesday. One of the guys is like obsessed with, doing this, putting our labels on the machinery and putting our labels everywhere. So he peeled them all off and actually put the collage together. It looks
awesome.
really cool. So
That actually sounds awesome.
this one is the centerpiece of the puzzle.
Okay.
This is mango, goldenberry, passion fruit.
Goldenberry.
Because I smell the mango and I smell the passion fruit.
The goldenberry is the weird part you're picking up. If you've never had it's either a gooseberry or a goldenberry. Depends where you're from and where you buy it. So if you've never had one, you can buy them in grocery stores. They come in like little like packets like blueberries do. They're
Really good.
bizarre fruits.
Yeah.
They're like they have that bright yellow character of like a cherry, like a yellow cherry tomato.
Yeah.
They look like a blueberry, but I don't know what they taste like. It tastes like a goldenberry.
Yeah.
There's no other way to describe it.
Is there a silver berry and a bronze berry? That's all I want to know.
They're super unique. But they go well with mango. And,
Yeah, I was going to say,
Perfect.
I get this like super tangy kind of. I'm wondering if that might be what I'm getting.
It's good.
That's super rad.
So crazy, like, man, it just tasting like you're drinking fresh fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is really good. I feel like, have you made this before, or is this like brand new? Like,
So we've done, this is an iteration of previous beers.
okay.
But I don't,
Because I remember, I think last time you were on the show, you had mentioned wanting to either do a goldenberry beer, or I thought you had done one and brought
The
like
collab with Jeremiah was with Goldenberries, wasn't it?
that was the first one was, oh God. You're hitting.
I know.
Hitting the quiz train. That was like
You've brewed about 800 beers.
57 beers ago. No, I have no idea, but I don't think so. No, we did. Last beer we did with Jeremiah was we did an IPA,
Yeah.
and then we did something else, but it was not Goldenberries.
Okay.
Dude, I like jamming with the Kings, man. That was probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, so that was exactly. So you got it. Jam with Kings. It was with peanut butter.
And then you guys did smoking too, right? Was that
Smoking.
Was that yours?
Smoking,
Yeah,
exactly.
smoking.
The hazy IPA and the peanut butter beer.
I also appreciate the Mask reference because that was a good movie
Yeah,
from my
dude.
childhood.
Gotta love the mask.
Smoking.
Exactly.
Beautiful. That beer was delicious.
So yeah, this is fun.
Very nice.
So to answer your question, we have done this before, but it's been draft pours.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's been crawlers.
just try the big dudes.
Yeah. So this time we just went for it, man. It was
There you go.
insane.
All right. We'll let the announcement go by here. So, shout out to the DJ here. This
Yeah,
dude's
dude.
awesome. So,
Super funny.
DJ
Mr.
Fermented.
DJ Fermented. He's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
he's good.
DJ Fermented.
DJ
That's
Fermented.
awesome.
Can't come up with a better name than that. Yeah, we went over there and we did our giveaway with him, and then we went and chatted with him for a little bit, and we gave him a glass. He's dope. Yeah, came over and looked at our equipment and was like, "Oh, that's cool." Like,
Nice.
Just from one techie guy to another, I guess. We were just having a good time. So good dude.
He's a good dude. He's been out here before. He did oh god, it's been a while. He did our first Oktoberfest out here.
Oh wow!
I think it was about 3 years ago.
Did you wear lederhosen?
I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
we're gonna find some pictures.
You kidding me? I've got like epic lederhosen, man.
I've got a dope lederhosen too, man.
It's like genuine, like original with the lederhosen.
Nice hard stiff leather. And,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
100%.
I got one from Northern Germany, man.
I was this
me
close.
sick.
We were in Dusseldorf, and it was after Oktoberfest on our way back, because I was going to do it for Oktoberfest, and I'm like, no, because we're going to go so hard, like I wouldn't want to ruin it and this and that. And so we were in Dusseldorf. We actually got fitted, and yeah, I didn't pull the trigger because of the money.
They're expensive, dude.
Yeah, very
for like the
pricey.
real ones. Yeah.
Well, they have like the little street corner guys that sell them, and they're not too bad. Like I think like $200 or something like that for. They look like the real deal, but then you go in the store and they're like $9.50 to $11.50 euros.
It's a lot.
Yeah, euros. But you need a good pair if you're gonna go hard in those things.
Mine are not that nice.
Okay,
but they are very nice. But they're not that nice.
Yeah. They get the job done.
There you go.
Yeah, once a year.
Did you dance on top of tables?
I don't remember.
I do not recall.
Somebody may have, but it was.
Yeah.
We won't name names.
I play the fifth.
All I know, they are extremely hard to go to the bathroom in. You have to unbutton that little.
That was
little
actually
top
one
flap.
of the funny things to see when
The
you go to
front
the
flap
bathroom
under.
and they got that big trough there at Oktoberfest, and all these guys that have never worn lederhosen in their life trying to figure out how to go to the bathroom.
I'll never forget. We were at Big Bear for Oktoberfest one year, and my buddy told another one of our friends. They were both pretty hammered. He told him that my get-up, the lederhosen, was called the Leverwiesen. So he would get pissed off and say, "Oh, you think you're so cool when you're Leverwiesen," and everyone would just start dying. Like the guy, there's some old guy. I remember he was like, "What did you call it, son?" He's like, "Leverwiesen." Terrible.
That's beautiful.
You can make a Leverwiesen beer.
Oh man,
a cruel joke, but extremely funny.
Yeah, for sure. We might have to do a Baa Baa Oktoberfest one of these one of these years. That'd be great.
We will call the beer Leverwiesen.
You should, dude.
Leverwiesen. I love it.
Oh man, it's so good.
Leverwiesen. All right, so what do we got next there, Josh?
All right, this was
one's Kings and one's Froth.
Do you remember which one?
Well, I think that was Kings.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well,
they're roughly the same color, so.
Yeah, I noticed this one's a little lighter than the other one. But
While you're pouring that, Josh, we're going to move on to some messages. So earlier we gave away our prize winner to Eric Krummenacher. So we already know who he is, but we'll play his little video. He did a good job here. Let's see here we go.
Eric Krummenacher here. Kinga and Marcus, it's embarrassing how well you brew. Cheers.
Wow, thanks, Eric. Amazing. So we saw the video, we just watched it here, and that's a pretty solid glass. So
that's dope.
We released that glass again today.
Okay.
But in a different style, in the 5th anniversary style. That glass. So I have no idea what that glass is called style-wise, but we sold 100 of them. We sold 100 of those glasses for $100 a couple years back.
Oh, I'm not sure.
And that was called a Super Baa membership. So we have this whole placard, and it actually hangs up in the office upstairs. But it's a whole placard. It's got all the names of the Super Baa sponsors.
Nice.
And that bought us our second 7-barrel fermenter 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's
we,
cool.
we used it every day. I mean, it's still in use. It's still great. But this is the program that bought us that. So
Awesome.
yeah, so massive appreciation for that. Amazing.
Awesome. Well, shout out to Eric. I hope you enjoy the beers, and hopefully you post a picture with your new BeerDad and Brewed proper glassware to match up with your Baa Baa Brewhouse.
Of course, speaking of glassware, I may have to pick up like 1 or 2 to take home because you actually have some pretty awesome like shapes, like including that one there. So.
Yeah, nice.
You may or may not be able to acquire
I
those.
know.
You might have to get really drunk.
Gonna have to shake down somebody.
And yeah, exactly.
You turn into a drunken thief.
It's maybe convincing would be
okay.
More, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I could be drunkenly convincing.
If they can understand with the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't nobody understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
No,
the slur.
It's crazy because like stuff like this, like personally, I'm not a big glassware guy. Like I appreciate it, but I don't chase it. So it's just me.
Yeah.
Also with beer, like I'm a traditional beer guy, like I am. But I also run a business, so I have to cater to that. And if I'm going to cater to it, I might as well just do it the best that you can do, right? So might as well do it better than anybody else.
That is true. That is true.
With glassware, I don't understand and I don't get it. But my wife, Kinga, and business partner, she does get it.
Okay.
So the glassware is like her thing.
It's crazy market, man.
Those glasses sold out in like 51 or 52 seconds.
Yep.
Just boom.
I know. I was watching the pages and people were just like, oh man, it sold out so fast, and it was all of them. Like, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool for you guys. I mean, it really is, and it's like that for most of your beer releases too. I know that a lot of people will say like, oh, it was a minute, it was 2 minutes, it was 58 seconds, it was this. And I know I've done, where I've missed out on some of the online releases. I'm like really right there and I watch it tick over and I click it and then it's all sold out. And I'm like, what just happened? So I got smart. I got several devices open at the same time. And I'm like, let's go. Boom. And about one out of every few releases I'm able to hit.
You've got to be smart and lucky.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Awesome, but then it just makes the beer taste that much better.
This whole thing is kind of cool. I mean, you guys have breweries in your area who do this type of thing. We know them. You know them. This whole scene is just built upon like customers appreciating what you do, and customers willing to pay for what they appreciate. It's really quite awesome. It's like we're not a big like massive brewery who does like 1 million barrels of I don't know whatever lager every year, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's not what we do.
Right.
So even to see that appreciation is quite awesome.
When you get that more intimate connection with like, the fan base and like what getting people, like you said earlier, coming up and talking to you in person, telling you like this is amazing, including what we're drinking right now.
Well, one thing it does, it allows you to grow, right? It allows you to grow sustainably. So you have customers who support you. That we make beer, customers buy beer.
Yeah.
Money from those beers allow us to grow.
Yeah.
Make more beers.
Yes.
And then eventually we make enough beers that finally there's like a little bit of profit margin and we say, oh, hey, you know what? Let's make a bigger tank.
Yeah.
Let's get a bigger tank in here. Then we can make more beer.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, now we've made more. How can we make a little bit more? And the cycle continues.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, even as like a home brewer, I ran into this kind of early on when I was doing these 5-gallon batches. I'd have a couple friends or family over and it got to the point where they're drinking me out of 5 gallons in a night, and I'm like, okay, I just spent a month making this beer, and it's gone in a flash. So it's like, okay, one, I guess I'm doing something right.
Yep.
But two, I need more beer.
Yeah. And so that's where I started as well. So I started as a home brewer. I went really serious with home brewing when King and I were living in Long Beach.
Nice. We
went crazy out there. We were doing like 2 barrels at a time. Like we had maybe like 1.5 to 2 barrels fermenting and or lagering or conditioning all the time.
That's cool.
That's kind of where it all started, and then people started like, we don't really believe in selling our homebrew because it's illegal and we don't get behind that.
Yeah.
However, we did provide beer to a number of parties and this and that. We had a bar we lived in a loft downtown Long Beach, and people would come after work and we're like, cool, we had a kegerator, had 3 taps, and I'm like, all right, cool. One Thursday or Friday night, half barrel of beer is gone. I'm like, wow, okay, that could take me 6 weeks to make that.
Yeah.
How do we make more of this? And then how do we make more of this? And we have the same experience now. It's like we had I don't know, 350 to 400 cases in the walk-in cooler today. And you go in there last night and you can't move.
Yeah.
You go in there today, it's like I can do cartwheels.
Yeah.
So I don't really know like where this problem stops.
Yes, yeah.
Like I said, we haven't found the ceiling, and I'm very thankful for that. But
yeah, I mean, 5 years strong.
I don't want it to stop. Honestly, I'm happy with that. It's great, but
it's a fun feeling. I get where you're coming from with that.
For your betterment, like, and for your mental health, like that feeling doesn't ever stop.
Yeah.
It's like 5 gallons or 15 gallons or 500 gallons or 15,000 gallons. Like, I don't think it stops.
No,
like, how do you make more beer?
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been doing it for 14 years, and I'm pretty sure I've dropped close to 10,000 or more on the hobby, and if not, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
Better not.
yeah, and of course, if I end up going professional myself, like you, or I'm sure it's going to be
That's soon, buddy.
a bigger good problem.
Your move to Santa Rosa is imminent, and
Yeah.
I have a feeling that you're going to be brewing for somebody up there very soon.
Maybe if I get lucky, I don't know. So the joke is that I should go talk to Vinny at Russian River and see if I can go clean kegs or something.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, look, from what I know, and I don't know Vinny, but like what I've read and what I've seen, he kind of started like the way we started.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I always joke with people that there's kind of like a weird 3 degrees of separation because he started his business in Temecula. I grew up in Marietta, Temecula.
Right. Okay.
Right there, and when I kind of moved back there and was looking for work, one of the first jobs I got was a farm out in Temecula, and the guy who owns the farm was like good friends with Vinny, like back in the day. They used to brew together and stuff.
Okay,
like that.
that's cool.
So it's like I know all these people that like know Vinny, but
Man, speaking of Marietta, like we have a collab out today with Electric.
Yep. Yeah.
Shout out to Electric, Justin the brewer down there. That's a great brewery, huge in Southern California.
Yeah. I was sorry.
I was gonna say we're hopefully we'll do a show with them soon.
Oh yeah.
So it's been crazy with the pandemic, and they're doing almost exactly how you did it. They didn't open at all and just did to go and the streamline online process, sell out quick, and and then the pickup process, just like you guys did, like the drive through and like all streamlined. They had their shit together. It was pretty cool.
You guys been to the brewery at Electric, or you been?
I was just gonna say, cool. I remember I went to the brewery when they first opened, and first thing I noticed is one, it was kind of a bitch to find because it's really tucked away in the industrial complex over there with all the 4-wheel drive shops and everything.
It's not like it's out in a ranch by a bunch of Longhorn steers, though.
Yeah. But I remember going in there, and they must have just opened up because luckily they got the giant warehouse right off the bat, which is cool for them. So I could see where they definitely were planning for growth. But their setup was probably like a 3-barrel system and maybe like a 10-barrel tank, and it was like in the corner of this giant warehouse.
Right.
So, you had this long bar and this tiny little, like, almost looked like a testing pilot system or something like that they were brewing on. But they were doing good beers then, even though they weren't quite doing the hazies yet, because the hazies hadn't like blown up. They were doing Mexican lagers, Hell's Box, stuff like that, But they were doing a good job with it, I remember.
Nice.
I haven't been back there since. I'm pretty sure it's going to look vastly different than what I remember.
I don't know what it looked like when you were there, but we were out there a few months back. We popped up, so we went out to see. I think it was the weekend we did the collab with Kings.
Okay.
Went out to see Kings. I think we flew to. Man, it's been a while back, but I think we flew to Vegas. Hung out with the guys at Beer Zombies with Chris and Vinny at Beer Zombies, and then drove down to Marietta, caught with Justin, and then following day. Made out to Rancho Cucamonga and hung out with Jeremiah, and sampled lots of beers, and had a good time, and did lots of other stuff.
It's funny you mentioned Jeremiah because I might have a message for you from him. So let me start this over here. There we go.
Hey Marcus and Kinga, I just wanted to say congratulations on another year. Totally blessed to have met you guys and can't wait to do more awesome shit with you. Have a happy anniversary, and to many, many more years, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice, man. Thank you, brother. Listen, man, Jeremiah's solid, like super good dude. He knows that. I told him that, but he knows.
Yeah.
Good dude.
He is, man.
Very influential guy, like in our like business and venture through this fruited world, but mostly like in the business side. It's he comes from a different place than we do, and he's been very good to us, so it's been nice to brew some beers with him and like have a good time and hang out, meet his crew, and you know, you see the family and everything else.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, man.
Thank you, brother.
He's cool, man. Jeremiah, again, thank you for sending that video. Yeah, everything he does for the brewing industry is awesome.
Yeah,
because the way he came up was kind of like where like no one wanted to help, and you know, and he was like, you know what, got his business going, and man, did he do a good job out there. And then he's like, yeah, he likes to help people out and teach people, and you know, whatever advice he can give to anybody that asks for it, that he's always there. Like, you know, if I ever ask him, need a question or something, I text him. He texts me right back. Like, he's a super cool dude. You know, like we're really blessed that you know, he kind of took us in there at Kings and you know, supported our podcast as well, just as yourself. So
no, they do great stuff. I'll tell you a funny story with Jeremiah. When first time he came down here, we went out. We took the whole crew, man. Like, so Kings was like the first big collab that we ever had. With,
right.
On the fruited side, like the first big, like, it's a big deal, man. Like, you know, what they've done with Kings is no bullshit. Like, this is like the real deal. Like, hyped up, people line up for it. Like,
been there, done that.
We've seen it.
What feels like millions of people. I know it's not millions, but it feels like millions of people. You know, it's a big deal, man. Like, people down here in Texas, they don't know, but they'll trade their life to get a can.
Oh yeah,
really?
Whatever they're releasing, it's insane.
Yep.
So first time those guys came down here, we had that conversation and we talked about it, and then our whole crew was excited. Everybody here, everybody who works at this, so there's like 9 people who work at the brewery. They were all so excited to meet Jeremiah and meet like the guy behind like Kings, right? And to no disappointment, it was awesome. Great day.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, like, he taught me something which will stick by me. So I thank him for this. Went out to lunch with like the whole crew, man. There's like 15 people at this point. We go to lunch and I go to pay the bill at the end, and this is like a nice, like, it's like pretty nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Beautiful, like, Texas style restaurant. I go to pay the bill, and the server's like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm like, I want to pay the bill.
He snuck it in on you, didn't he?
She's like, I don't understand. I'm like, what don't you understand? Like, I don't get it. Like, why don't you understand? And he's sitting over there laughing. I'm like, man, he's like, said, man, I paid for that when we walked in the door.
Oh.
Like, come on, man. So, like, this is something that stuck by me. So, like, this is something that these guys taught me. So now anytime anybody comes to the brewery,
That's
it's
awesome.
like world-class treatment. It's like, you know, because when we were there with him, it was world-class treatment.
Awesome.
And I mean that very sincerely. When people come here now, we take that and we say, okay, how do we do what he did to us here to people? So it's funny. You'll ask Chris at Beer Zombies about this, man. He was actually quite perturbed that I paid for everything when he was here. and I paid for it before he even knew I was paying for it, which was really
right. That's awesome. That's slick, and that sounds definitely like something he would do. A little sneaky. So yeah, he's a good dude. Jeremiah, thank you. I hope you're living your best life there in Miami at the Irie Fest.
Yeah.
He wanted to be here, and he was like, man, I gotta like with the Beer Zombies and then this and then the Irie Fest, and he's like, oh man, I feel like I'm getting pulled in 4,000 different directions, and then he was thinking about it, but I know he wanted to be here, so that's why he sent me that video. So.
Well, listen, when you're a badass, man, people want you to be everywhere. You can't be everywhere, so you're totally forgiven. I mean, I wish you were here.
Oh, yeah,
This was clearly the better choice. But just saying, I'm joking. No, whatever, man. It's all good. I
mean, Brookshire, Texas, or Miami, Florida.
Yeah, totally Brookshire every day, man. Every.
Hey, we're having a great time here in Brookshire, Texas.
Yeah. I was going to say, speaking of, King's collabs.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're drinking here.
Yeah.
So I guess we're celebrating with Jeremiah and Spear.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers to Kings. Cheers to Baa Baa Brewhouse.
That one was good.
Just enough banana to not like murder your palate.
Yeah.
It's there if you look for it, but it's not there. Like if you don't know it's there, you won't notice.
I actually didn't point it out. That's interesting that you said that. So yeah, definitely.
That thickness all comes from banana. It's just
nice.
And that's something we learned from him actually. So 2 things we learned from Jeremiah: banana and peanut butter.
Okay.
To heighten like the consistency.
Just to make beer awesome.
Nice.
And to do whatever you want with it. So I
could see that.
All these collabs mean something to us. So this one is cool because it takes the elements that we kind of picked up when we were there. Hanging out with him and what he shared with us, we've taken them and kind of like evolve them to our style of doing these beers.
Nice.
Makes sense?
Yeah. You know,
So
you're able to.
It's a cool one.
Yeah, you learn and incorporate, and you know, you elevate your product that much more.
Of course.
You know,
I mean, even though they weren't here when we did it, it was like, okay. What's that thing? WWJD?
Yeah.
What would Jeremiah do?
Yeah.
What would Jeremiah do?
So we had tons of marshmallow and lots of banana.
There you go.
Nice.
Peanut butter.
Nice.
I like it. All right. What's our next one there, Josh?
Little darker looking one here, and
So while you're pouring that, I want to see if you can recognize these adorable little gems here.
Papa Bowie is the best cake in the world. And he makes the best boy too.
Awesome.
Happy 50th anniversary. Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers.
So for those of you who are not watching this video, this is Camden and Dublin. These are two so there's a group called Wall Street Exchange, and their father is one of the 3 people who run this group.
nice.
Yes.
Mr. Tom Perry, thank you guys, awesome.
So I kind of, not that I bugged him for the video, but he's a busy guy, just like you.
Of course.
And he finally got it to me, and I was like, oh, dude, come on, man. You got to do like the cutest video ever. I'm like, these kids are amazing.
What's cool is like that video is like totally our style.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's 100% our style. That's it. I love it. It's amazing.
Yeah, we were talking to her earlier about the whole Baa Baa Black Sheep thing, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, on her show, I was the one that guessed the reason or how they got that name, because the kids at my house watch Coco Melon 24/7.
Oh yeah.
So we knew exactly what it was.
I think this is the King's collab.
Is it?
Because it's pistachio.
Did we go backwards?
And I taste the pistachio.
Let's see.
I don't know. Because the other one makes more sense.
Well, if I'm being honest, they're very similar.
The froth one, cherry raspberry and lemon. I think that was the last one. I think this is the King's collab. Yeah.
You're right. When I
There's
tasted
banana
that, I
there.
thought maybe we were wrong. But you know what? The thing is this. I've been very clear about this when we talked previously.
Yes.
I have no idea what we do.
Yes.
And the sentiment about everything that was said is still true. However, we could have screwed the beers up because, well, I just don't know.
Yeah.
But this is so. What is this beer? What are we drinking?
This is.
You tell me.
This is a
Well, I was gonna say
King's
Justin
collab.
grabbed these ones, and I just kind of lined them up, but.
This is the,
but I get what you're saying. I do taste the pistachio.
There's a banana.
Yeah.
So this is the collaboration with King's Brewing, heavily fruited sour with black currant, blueberry, banana, and pistachio.
Nice.
This is fucking amazing.
This is really badass.
Like I'm digging on this.
I like this one a lot too.
Yeah, that pistachios are really good.
So the previous beer must have been
The froth.
Froth. Okay.
was the raspberry lemonade.
Lemonade.
So
Okay.
The idea
It's a little
behind
more
that. The idea behind the previous beer was a raspberry, like it was like a bomb pop.
Okay.
However, the blue raspberry. So I talked with Jesse over at Froth. They're in Frosted Buffalo. Super awesome people. I talked with Jesse and I was like, hey man, I want to highlight you guys on the anniversary.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? He said, okay, we got to do this. I said, okay, cool. So it turned out like Meyer lemon, raspberry, and blue raspberry, and a couple other things we talked about early on.
Yeah.
The blue raspberry just didn't really fit. So we took we did everything else but the blue raspberry. We just took some samples.
Yeah.
The blue raspberry made the color like really funny. it was like muddy. It was weird. That beer was like super bright and brilliant, and the flavor was very nice and tart. But the color with the blue raspberry made it really like was weird.
Huh.
So we decided to skip it.
Yeah.
Although it tasted awesome, it looked weird as hell.
It's just everyone's gonna be like,
very nice.
Drinking myself a cup of mud of a different caliber.
Some fruit mud.
Fruit mud.
Fruit mud.
Yep.
All right. Here's another video.
Hey, it's David Mertz. Cheers, Baa Baa, to 5 awesome years. And I just wish I had known about y'all sooner.
Nice. Thank you, David. Love that glass and love that shirt, man. Awesome. Amazing.
He had to represent with all his gear there.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Who wouldn't?
Well, I like that beer. The pistachio is different.
I was going to say that pistachio throws a whole new element in there. That's really good. but I get like a hint of the banana, like now that you mention
That's
it.
different.
But the pistachio like dominates this beer.
So what's crazy is the pistachio was inspired by Imprint.
Okay.
Nice.
So the guys at Imprint are awesome.
Oh yeah.
We did a collab with them a few months ago, and we pitched the idea of doing a coffee and a fruited sour. So we talked about it. We did this. We did that. We did some sampling, and they ended up doing a coffee and strawberry. We ended up doing coffee and something else, which I don't remember the exact brand because you guys know, as I know, I just don't know. But it was awesome.
All right.
And that inspired a whole new thing. But the pistachio from those guys was something we got on the black market.
Okay.
We inherited one of those cans through a friend of ours, and we tried that beer, and we're like, oh my god, how do we make this pistachio beer? So full credit to Imprint on that. That's awesome. 100% bootleg, and it's
nice.
I mean, it wasn't easy. They didn't tell us anything, and it certainly wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It took a lot of beers and a lot of money to figure that out, and it's still not there. We kind of figured out what our brand is with that regards to that.
Well, it's funny because Brandon was just talking about the other day how he's been trying all these different beers that have pistachio, and you never taste the pistachio.
Right.
I can taste it in
I could definitely taste it in here too.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's good stuff.
It's there.
It's definitely there. I mean, like I said, to me, it dominates, and it's in a good way. Like, you know, it's balanced with everything else, but it helps also just kind of accentuate the fruit flavors.
Yeah.
And give it that nice little sweet nuttiness that you want.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Agree.
Very nice.
I might have to get a pint of that later.
There you go. Josh is going to pour another one, and I'm going to play another video. Yeah. This one's actually one of my favorites, only because I like cats. See if Marcus can guess this one.
I got you.
Let's see if Marcus can guess this one. Let's see here.
Thank you, sir.
The best part about this video is I don't know how she did this. The cat is purring in the video.
Hi, Kinga and Marcus. This is Tammy Jabin and Beercast Sid. We want to congratulate you on your fabulous 5-year anniversary and making some of the best beer in Houston, and say cheers to many more years and more great beer.
That's awesome.
So, number one, thank you, and number two, thank you for being so awesome. So, Tammy does I don't really know her personally. I mean, we've met in the drive-thru.
Yes.
But the pictures she does with her cats,
I love them.
They're amazing.
Yes.
They're awesome. So thank you so much. This is so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, her photos are spectacular.
I love the cat photos. I always send her messages all the time. That cat's cool.
Mostly, I respect the fact that she has her own brand.
Yeah.
It's a cat photo and beer. I'm like, oh, I know who it is. 100%.
Sid the cat.
Wow.
Yeah. Amazing.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tammy. All right. What did you pour, Josh?
Okay, this was the last of the lineup that you grabbed, and I don't know.
I got you on this one for
I know
real.
what it is.
Okay.
I know what it is. This is actually the collab you did with Urban South.
Okay. Nice.
And I actually had it earlier, really enjoyed it. So you did something with barrel-aged rum, correct?
Yeah, correct. So we took Caribbean barrels. They were formerly bourbon barrels.
Nice.
We took Caribbean coconut rum and Caribbean spiced rum.
Okay.
We put our base for this beer into those barrels.
Yes.
And then proceeded to suck it out of those barrels 4 months later, and then add copious amounts of epic fruit to it.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know how to
I get the pineapple big time.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're about ready to take a trip to the Caribbean, boys.
That's right.
This was one of the funnest beers we've ever done. I mean, just the fact that we took a beer that we're comfortable with and just stepped way outside of our boundaries, and then just threw it in a barrel. We had no idea. Was it going to be infected? Is it going to be sour? Is it going to be somewhere in between? Is it going to be just whatever, a regular beer?
Yeah.
It's not a regular beer. It's not infected. It's not sour. It's spectacular.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is really, really good.
I like this one a lot.
And the base beer that came out of those barrels tasted so good.
Wow.
It was just oh my God, man. The coconut variety, so we tasted them individually. The coconut was really, really good. The spiced was just really rum forward. Wow. We also tried some of the spirits that were in the barrel, the barrel proof spirits.
Well, see, I'm a big rum fan to begin with, so this kind of hits like a soft spot right here for me.
I'm gonna have to. Well, one, I love it. This is really, really good, unique, and it does. It makes me want to sit out on the beach under the coconuts and enjoy the turquoise water and white sand. But one person I know in particular, the beer wife, she loves pina coladas, like her favorite drink. She's gonna like that, so I'm gonna have to find some for her, bring it home.
Oh yeah.
I know a guy who can probably.
You know a guy.
Set you up. All right. I know a guy who knows a girl
who's number one.
Who's probably 001.
001.
Who can probably hook you up with something.
Awesome. They're in the know. That's good. What do you think, Brandon?
I think it's fantastic, man. Pina colada all day. It's like super well balanced.
Yeah.
You still taste the sour base. Very nice. The Berliner.
Yeah.
I know who else would like this, Jimmy, because he likes it when he can chew his beer like that.
Sorry, Jimmy. I wish you were here. Again, thanks for the T-shirt.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, I think
he's here in spirit.
This beer was so easy to do because it came out of those barrels tasty and so fine. It was really amazing.
Yeah.
So this is like one of the easiest beers we've ever put into a can because it was it just was handed to us.
Nice. Are you gonna do more in the future?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Good. Yeah.
The barrels are clean and ready to be refilled as soon as possible.
Dope. Sweet. I might actually have a new barrel connection I might hook you up with.
Nice.
So, yeah. That's somebody in mind. We talked earlier, so do a quick shout out to Affordable Bourbon on Instagram. My really, really good friend Shane Wyatt, who is he still is a paramedic, but I used to work with him back in the day. He's a firefighter now, but he got into the bourbon whiskey scene, and his group procures really rare barrels, and we're going to be doing something hopefully soon with Southern Grist.
Nice.
And he can get some crazy rare barrels. So I might hook him up with you and see maybe you guys can do something. So
maybe we could do something. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely. I'm always down for
just another excuse to come out to Houston.
Yeah. Definitely always open for collabs.
I'll tell you what, man. The Houston scene right now is really fun.
Oh yeah,
it's a fun place to be. So
yeah, nice.
Totally.
It's just it is what it is. It's maybe it won't be like this forever. Maybe it wasn't always like this, but right now, live it up. It's amazing.
Dope. Well, I mean, just last night it was man, all these people just showed up, and then everyone's drinking Spindle Tap, and then all of a sudden coolers showed up, and people were popping out all kinds of bottles.
Bottle share, dude, right then and there.
Brandon was done.
Well, shit, man. I was sitting in front of the guy cracking cans, and he just kept passing them to me, dude. And then I was like a zombie, dude. Earlier today, someone was like, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you. My name's Brandon." They're like, "We know.
We met you last night."
Oh, fuck.
That's when you know you had a good night.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was. Houston has definitely treated us right, for sure.
Been great.
Oh, yeah.
Good, great experience.
No, it's a good place to be, and it is what it is, and it's a great place to be right now, today, right now.
Yes. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, this whole trip's been phenomenal. So, all right. So,
What do we got?
This one here, I do know this one because I actually picked this one out. Because then earlier you're like, "Oh, go pick some out." I'm like,
That's
okay.
a fun one.
Oh yeah.
That was bomb.
This one actually seemed to. I like this one because the story behind it. The bartender over here, she told me that the story behind this one was pretty awesome. That you guys basically hooked up with a local restaurant here that opened up literally right before COVID popped off, and that you pretty much kind of helped them stay alive through COVID through your access to beer and stuff like that. And this is kind of like an anniversary, congrats, you survived, sort of a deal.
So this beer is. Oh god, this beer is called 99 Layers of Cake.
99, yeah.
There's a lot going on in this beer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of vanilla. What you're seeing floating there, those little specks, this dragon fruit.
Nice.
You'd have to look it up to see what else is in there, but it really does kind of layer.
Oh yeah.
It's not a pastry fruit. It's not.
No.
You would think 99 layers of cake, it must be a pastry. No, it's not.
No.
It's really just the first anniversary of a restaurant that we love and respect, and they love beer.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. It's a good
cool.
marriage.
Nice.
Like right now, we've got a well, shit. We've got an awesome barrel in the brewery right now that Corner bought for us, and for their second anniversary, I think it's in February. It's a Vietnamese coffee stout.
Ooh, oh my!
Okay.
So it's a barrel aged Vietnamese coffee stout. So this is this is the mindset of these guys at the restaurant, and it's a husband and wife with 2 kids, and they just kill it.
No, this is actually really good, and I see what you mean. You get like some of the fruity notes, some of the sour notes, some of the, I guess, cake notes. Almost, like the batter.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a very complex beer, but
yeah.
It's also very simple at the same time. So we canned it all up. We took the cans down to the restaurant. So these cupcakes at the anniversary,
man.
It was done by the same
right
family who we did the beer with.
Oh, very cool.
Like
There.
super nice.
By the way, we're live on Instagram right now. But you got a cupcake down there.
There it is.
There it is.
Cupcakes.
Right on.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Chug it.
Chug it. All right, let's do it.
He's going to chug this beautiful cupcake.
All right, here we go. Never seen on radio before.
Cupcake chug.
Yeah.
Cupcake chug. Yeah, boy. Happy birthday to you.
It's almost like the when you get married and the wife like shoves the
Cake in your face.
Speaking of wives, what's up, beer wife? I see that you're watching this right now. You did that to me at our wedding, so I don't appreciate that very much. But right now, I was just telling them how much you would appreciate this beer that we're sampling here. This was a beautiful concoction that was aged in a rum barrel. I know you like your rum because you're like a pirate sometimes. But it tastes like pina colada. It's really, really good.
You can let her know that we'll probably get her a can. Yeah, home.
There you go.
We'll get you at least 1 can, okay?
At least one.
One can. So here we go. So right now, if you guys heard, well, you'll hear it on the show too, but we're recording live. There was a little booing going on in a good way. It's just people are sad because this second session is about to come to an end, unfortunately. But all these people had a great time. I mean, I've seen them nonstop going up and grabbing beers from up here, from inside, and just having a good time enjoying the 5-year anniversary here at Baa Baa Brewhouse. So these people will clear out, and then you got a third session, right, Marcus?
The best session.
The Sunset Edition.
The Sunset. It's like free-for-all.
Freaks come out at night.
So
Freaks come out at night.
The indoor tap hall will be closed.
Okay.
The front door will be closed and locked.
Okay.
Everything's shut down. Everything happens out back, and it's going to be it's a ticketed session. However, there's probably some bootleg tickets out there.
Bootleg.
Just saying.
We got bootleg tickets.
We have bootleg tickets.
Pretty much
Look at that.
Everything you couldn't get at the VIP or GA session, it's happening now.
Okay.
Nice.
With very little breaks, so we're just going to roll right into it.
There you go.
Nice.
Do it.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a Texas-style epic.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we can see it from here, but our hotel's literally like a half a block away. So we did that right because we know that we didn't need to be driving anywhere. And we do have a designated driver. There's Johnny up there with Uncle Craig. So our hotel's like right down the street. So we get to walk home or
Stumble.
wheelbarrowed home, however you want.
Just be careful if you stumble. The speed limit is 60.
Oh, wow.
Just stay in the ditch. Like, stay really far away from the road.
Yeah, we are in Tejas, and we have experienced many of these big trucks flying by at 80 miles per hour and motorcycles. And
I saw a cop pull over a guy on a bicycle. I don't know if he was going too fast, though.
It was probably like 63.
He's going over 60.
Oh, yeah.
Man, breaking the law, bling, like the bling, bling, bling.
This is awesome. So for the folks here at watching Instagram Live, we're at Baa Baa Brewhouse's 5-year anniversary, and we're actually recording. You'll be part of our recording here of the anniversary episode podcast. And we're sitting down with Marcus,
Cheers.
one of the co-owners. And I did see Kinga here for a second, 001, running around. She is working so hard. while Marcus is enjoying beer. She'll get him back later.
Hey, you know, the good thing is this is my job.
There you go.
Yep.
There you
And
go.
she's okay with that, and I'm okay with her job. This is like, we both work hard, extremely hard. We both don't sleep. We don't eat. We drink Kolsch all day because it keeps us skinny. I do this. She does that. That's great.
So someone on the live Instagram, Beer Fed Mother, said, "Tell Marcus I miss him."
What's up, Sylvia? How you doing, girl?
So, yeah, we're just hanging out. We're going to continue recording this podcast. You guys see all these empty cups?
Yeah.
We've been going through their whole anniversary edition beers here. Been having a good time.
Right now we're on 99 layers of cake. This is a delicious beer, by the way.
We had that. We added that in there, and I was actually excited to try it. And he just pounded a cupcake from the people that they did the collab with. And I wanted to try this beer, so I'm thankful I'm getting to try it.
It's gone. Like, it's gone. Like, boom, it's gone.
For those of you that jumped on and missed Marcus inhaling that cupcake,
It was a
I'll post
cupcake
this later,
chug.
so we'll have
It
evidence.
was a pretty embarrassing moment, so if you missed it, that's fine.
Yeah, it's all
All
good.
right.
Hey, buddy.
There's
Hey,
one of the
guys.
kiddos right there.
This is Victor.
Say hi, Victor.
Howdy, Victor.
You're live on
Right
Instagram.
there, buddy. Say hi.
Hi.
All right. That's awesome. So we've been watching, actually, the kids over here playing, having a good time. They got stuff set up next to the DJ. And looks like we're going to get the piñata set up here, so this is pretty cool. But we're going to keep recording. And from the BeerDad and Brewed podcast, again, thank you to Marcus for having us out here. And we're going to
Thanks,
continue
guys.
recording, finish this show. But for Instagram, we're going to say goodbye. Stay tuned. I'll post this video, but stay tuned for this episode to drop very shortly. Cheers from Baa Baa Brewhouse's 5-year anniversary.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yeah. Cheers, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny because I'm working my way through this 99 layers of cake, and the other one I lined up here is this decadent-looking stout here.
99 layers.
Which
of
one?
cake on the wall.
Let me see if I can guess which one it is.
I think it was the one. It's a collab, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I know which one. Well, it's the only one you did on the
All collabs, man.
Yeah. Can't make it too easy. I think somewhere in Austin, Texas.
Austin?
Is it? No. Yeah. Wait,
Weather Souls is in.
I'm pretty sure that's the, I think that's the
San Antonio.
The barrel aged wheel
San Antonio, sorry.
Yeah.
Way off.
So, so that's a cool beer. That's
Yeah.
So this is kind of, I don't know if it's our first barrel aged beer, but it's definitely not our third. So it's either first or second. It's we did a non-barrel aged version of this in cans, about 14 months ago, and then we took a second batch, put it in a barrel. It was a Balcones barrel actually, so it's pretty cool. All the stouts released today were all in Balcones barrels, so that was great.
Wow, that's great.
Heavy coconut, heavy chocolate, like cocoa nibs,
Nice.
a little bit of vanilla, but it's mostly coconut and cocoa nibs.
That is badass.
Yeah.
And it's subtle because like the non-barrel aged version was really super forward.
Yeah.
We really wanted to kind of like get some of the barrel into this one, so we kind of took a step back.
Okay.
Said, okay, how do we keep that like barrel flavor, but also like manage the coconut?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
it's not easy. That's a skill.
Yeah.
I love DJ Fermented. He's been cracking me up all
Fermented,
day.
He talks mad
does.
smack. I like it a lot. It's like-
It's pretty
the
much
best.
telling, say, hey man, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Get out.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we got a little bit of that last night too at Spindle Tap, where when they were closing up shop, a guy had no qualms, be like, "All right, guys, get the fuck."
Well, he said, you ain't got to go home,
Yeah.
but you got to get the you-know-what out of here.
Yeah.
And then we went to another brewery.
Yeah.
Everybody,
yeah.
including that guy.
And that guy went to.
Well, I think even John got up there and he was like, "All right, we're closing up shop here at my brewery. We're gonna go to another brewery."
Nice.
Yeah.
I can see that. John's a good dude. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a super, super good guy.
Yeah, that was super dope. We had a good time last night.
So what do you-
This
This
is
stout
good,
is
man.
nuts.
What do you guys think of that stout?
I'm
All right,
liking a lot.
let me dive in.
Delicious.
See, I smell the coconut like right off the bat, so good job.
Get like a
Keeping
nice
that.
like coffee creamer vibe from it, dude. Like the coconut kind of gives that kind of cream quality, and
I haven't gotten a lot of your stouts. The first, well, we talked about it because I'm a stout guy, and the first stout that I actually got was via Brandon, actually, because he got some from Drake.
Yep.
And it was
Baa Baa,
Tiny Dove.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, and the 12-ounce cans.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the first one that I actually
That
had.
was really good.
That was
dude.
stupid ridiculous. It was
that was over the top. Like
Yeah.
the flavors were out of control.
No,
That was a sweet, gnarly beer, dude. I
that
liked
was
it a lot.
German
dude.
chocolate cake in a can. It really was, and I love German chocolate cakes. One of my favorite.
I think you hit the nose, Brandon, with this one. It's like that deep liqueur coffee creamer with a little hint of coconut, but it just rinses clean.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So this was
this is really
this
good.
was like the double Marcus collab. This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
So Marcus Baskerville, man, what a great dude doing the whole Black is Beautiful initiative, and one day we'll get to meet him and maybe do a show with them too. But it really, really cool to see all the breweries come together for a good cause and do something great, because it kind of started with I think there was that one collab that all the breweries started doing during the pandemic.
Oh,
right?
other half. Do you talk about the other half?
What was that one?
All together.
All together.
Yeah.
So I mean and it was cool because we've kind of talked about it. There's certain areas where the brewery scene, they're not very helpful to each other, and it seemed like all of a sudden via the pandemic and the Black is Beautiful initiative, you saw breweries working together and just coming together, and that's freaking awesome. So shout out to Marcus Baskerville for doing that. So that's really cool. And hooking up with Marcus here at Baa Baa.
Marcus squared.
No, it's
coming
great.
at you with that collab, baby.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it to the anniversary. I think he's actually
in Cali, isn't he?
I think he's in like a Sacramento area-ish. But Marcus is awesome, man. He's like such a good guy, and I got mad respect for him.
Yeah.
He's
good brewer,
he's,
man.
He's literally, I mean, even forget about the beer. Like, yes, the beer is the baseline, but like, forget about the beer, man. He's like, he went beyond the beer.
Oh yeah.
So like, finding a cause, standing up for it, doing your thing to make the world a better place. Like, mad respect.
Right, making it more than just the beer, like Crowns and Hops as well. They're doing awesome stuff too.
Yeah, exactly. Mad respect for both of them, actually. So
it's just really cool too, because and then what's great about that is they're getting more people into the craft beer scene that again, and you too as well, with the types of beers that you make, bringing people in that are like, I'm not really into that. I'll just drink my Bud Light or my Tecate or whatever it is that I've had, or maybe I don't even drink beer at all, and all of a sudden via fruited sour, some of these really awesome stouts, barrel-aged stouts, seltzers are bringing people to the yard too as well. Man. That's a big thing right now too. Like, you're seeing that pop up more. I heard you might be diving into the seltzer game one of these days.
We've done some cool stuff. We did a blueberry seltzer. It was not heavily fruited, but it was not like a seltzer. It wasn't a White Claw, if you will. It had fruit in it, real fruit. It was delicious. People loved it. So that was kind of our first one. And then the collab with Electric, they're doing I think they're releasing it either this weekend or like pretty soon. It's a cranberry lime seltzer, like one of my favorite, vodka cocktails. Cranberry lime, man, I love it. So that's a collab with us. They're releasing that, like, if they've not released it already, pretty soon. It's
that's
happening
perfect.
Soon.
Awesome.
Those sound actually pretty good.
See if we can pick some of that up.
Yeah. We'll have to sneak down there to Murrieta, California, which is only like 30 minutes from my house. So.
Maybe I can talk my mom into.
Your mom lives in Murieta, so that's
go.
Actually perfect. So awesome.
Funny when you were in Murrieta, if you look towards the edge, there's a plateau. In Murrieta. My mom pretty much lives like at the base of that plateau.
Right. So I've almost been to your mom's driveway.
Probably. You probably
made a wrong turn.
You probably saw my mom's house.
I turned around in your mom's driveway. I didn't even know it, man.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, so I got one more video for you here. Almost forgot about this one. This is a good one. This is a good dude. You actually met him in person. Let's see. Oh, that was the cat again.
I heard that purr.
You might have met the cat in person.
Thank you,
too.
Tammy, for the cat video. Amazing, as always.
All right, so here's somebody that Josh may know.
Hi, Marcus and Kinga. This is Devin, Desert Beer Company. Happy 5th anniversary to Baa Baa Brewhouse. Cheers.
Nice, Devin. Thank you, man. Amazing. Much appreciated.
That's awesome. Yeah. So Devin's actually his brewery finally like able to open inside, and he's doing good. We did a kind of an impromptu like bonus episode, our last episode that's up, and we did it at his place, and it was cool to see. He's got his brand new baby, so he got a brewery baby just like you had, and yeah, he's doing good. And God, he's got some good beers out right now. He made a saison with they called it the Tang season. And it had just some beautiful tangerine notes and just great beers.
Nice. It was a tangerine fruited saison. It was just super good.
That's awesome. Next time we're out that way, I'll have to make it over there. I mean, it's we miss traveling to Cali so much, man. Like it's a place it's a place where my life, as I know it, started. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, if you find yourself out in the Palm Springs area, Coachella Valley, I mean, the beer scene luckily has been getting bigger.
Yeah.
There, it used to be literal desert, out there.
Yeah. It's still the little especially during the summer when it's 1:30.
Yeah. I'll come in the wintertime.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Best time to visit.
Yeah, I mean, I just tell people we get about 4 months of hell, and then the rest of the year is actually not bad,
But it's a dry heat, though, right?
It's a dry heat.
Heat.
No humidity.
Of course, it's a dry heat. It's the best kind of heat.
Yeah, at 120 degrees.
Well,
still hot, man. Whatever.
We pay for it, man.
Oh, yeah,
you can get a mansion out here for like $230,000.
Yeah, we were up in
like
Conroe,
a 2-bedroom house.
We saw these houses, and we're like,
in California,
starting from the 230s.
Like,
and I'm
what the fudge is that, man?
No, listen, our house in Ventura County was 951 square feet, and it was a lot of money.
Ooh.
And it was way more per square than our house here. Way more. And the house here is like triple the size. Easy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was way more. Thank God we sold that house.
When you did.
When we did, because it paid for the brewery, man.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Well, and now things in Cali are coming back up. Everything's sky high right now. We just sold our house. It's crazy to see because everything took a dump after the recession, and it was like, people bought. We bought at a great time during the recession, and we're fortunately able. Our house was on the market one day.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy, man. Just there's no inventory out there right now. So,
yeah, that's right.
But we're fortunate enough to get our house moved. So eventually we'll be. Both of us are moving, but the show will continue. We've already got all the logistics worked out. So he's moving to Santa Rosa, and I'm moving to Branson, Missouri. So
bit of a change.
I thought you guys might be moving in together.
It could be. Yeah, we should.
Maybe we'll find a midpoint somewhere.
Wait, so hold on, Branson, you're Missouri.
Yeah, I'll be closer to you. That's a 9-hour drive.
But why Missouri? I'm not questioning your intentions, but like
may or may not be going up there to help my uncle with his brewery.
Cool. Okay, that's awesome. Nice.
So
that's a good reason because there's not a lot of reasons to move there.
Good reason, yeah. We got family there, and it's a lot cheaper living than Cali, and the kids are gonna love playing out in the outdoors and stuff like that. So it's coming soon.
Wow, cool. Well, good for you.
Yeah, and as for me, it's my fiance basically got a job up there. And in fact, I had to laugh about this because she's a librarian like me, and she got a job at the Central Library in downtown Santa Rosa, which is literally 100 feet from the front doorstep of Russian River.
Right. Okay. Nice. That's awesome.
Like you can reach out and touch it.
She's a goddess then.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You should thank her every day.
Oh yes.
Let her know I said that.
Yeah, I will.
So it'll be really cool. Our plan is we're still going to. Well, I'm going to be for a little while flying back and forth.
Yeah.
Because I'll still work for the state there, and Josh will still have his property down in Palm Desert, and so we'll still see each other in Cali. We'll do shows in Cali. We'll do shows virtually, and then we plan on, because we've been, now that the pandemic's kind of going where it's going, we're able to travel. We're going to end up meeting kind of in the middle, like, okay, I'll meet you in Nashville. I'll meet you in New York.
Okay, so it all makes sense now. I was wondering why you guys are going to Nashville.
Yeah, well, we figure
why are you going to Nashville?
Once or twice a year, we'll do like a meetup and just hit the town, kind of like we're doing here.
Yeah, nice.
Houston.
Well, you guys come back here anytime, man.
We're definitely going to come back to Houston.
This is on the list. This is
always
on the
welcome.
list.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
And there's lots of good places in Houston that you didn't go.
Oh yeah, we know because we've had. We're gonna try our best to, because it's so close to the airport, hit Ingenious on our way out.
Yep, of course.
We got time. We got time. I think you said plenty of time. Our flight's at like 2:30, and they open at noon.
Plenty of time.
We're good to go.
If you're ever down here again, my favorite spot to go drink a beer and have lunch, St. Arnold's.
St. Arnold.
We actually, it's funny you say that.
Man.
So
Amazing.
Brandon just jumped up to go get our special treats that we brought for you. But Brandon on the way out here on the flight, he sat next to an older couple, and he told them what we were coming out here for, and they told him, "You gotta go to St. Arnold and get the yellow rose." And so, and
Okay, that's false, but
okay. Well, we got some. We got some at the HEB, as they call it out here.
Yep,
So we had some road sodas, if you will. They were good. Look at this stuff that he brought out. For
I feel like we just hit the reset button on the beers.
Right? And what just happened? My mind is now blown.
So this is the bonus part of the episode. We did make our way through everything here, and thank you for providing these awesome beers that we had on the show, and shout out to the 5-year anniversary here.
And there's plenty more.
Many more to come, by the way. So,
Absolutely. We'll be here for all the landmark anniversaries.
Yes.
We have to. Now we're obligated.
But the party does not stop.
No, that's right.
Well, I remember when you came out and did the show out in Cali there, you said, come on out, we'll treat you right. And you weren't lying, man. This has been just phenomenal.
Man, it's cool, man. I feel like I'm just like out at like a backyard barbecue with homies, and we're just having a good time. And everybody here is like, you see a lot of family here, and just it's cool to see people have a good time and enjoy your beers. I'm sure that for you and Kinga, that's probably a really good feeling.
This is Beervana, man. This is what we strive for.
Yeah, you basically created, you and your wife Kinga, you guys created your own little community.
Yeah,
and that's pretty cool.
For sure.
Definitely awesome. All right, so Brandon brought out some special treats for us here.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the homebrew side here.
Let's do it.
So, do you know? I know what the middle one is because it's actually marked. I don't see the other ones. That's the Hopa. So, what do we have here?
All right, so we'll start off with the big bottle. I think I mentioned this a little earlier. This is a Dunkel I did.
Nice.
So for a couple of years there, Justin and Jimmy over at the Craft Lounge basically kept hounding me like, "Hey man, your last name's Kunkle. Like you should really consider doing a Dunkel."
Yeah, of course.
And after a while I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's make it happen. So, worked on getting a recipe together.
Do we need some fresh glassware for this?
Possibly.
Right. There's two.
Okay.
Two brand new ones.
Let me drop off and I'll go grab some for. So, but
I can get it. Let me get it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
All right.
All right, so we're going to have some Kunkle Dunkel. I'm excited for Marcus to try this, only because we pushed Josh so much for making this, and he finally did. So I'm really stoked about that. So
well, then the fact that it's like one of the cool things we learned about Marcus when he came out for the show in Cali is that he's a big fan of like the German styles, and that's like actually his favorite style to make, which is evidence in the Kolsch we started the show with. So for me, there's kind of like a personal moment of like, hey dude, you got to try this. So I can definitely get where he's coming from, where if you make a good beer you just want to like showcase that,
of course.
So and as a home brewer, you got to love the the connection. Like it's like as a home brewer, you love getting that feedback. One way. So all right, I'll let Brandon do the honors here. Luckily with a nice little whale here, we can share a bit more.
The good news is it didn't blow up in your suitcase.
Yes, that was actually something I was really worried about because a couple years ago I went out to Providence, Rhode Island for a homebrew conference, and I guess I forgot to ask them to put the fragile stickers on the suitcase, and they must have treated my damn suitcase like a rag doll or something because I had 6 beers in there that were well packed. I'm talking 2-inch insulation, and they managed to break 2 of them. So I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So this is Marcus's first time having some Kunkle Dunkel, one of Jimmy at the Craft Lounge favorite homebrews that Josh makes.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers to beer.
Cheers, guys.
So again, this is like what I like about it is it's a summer sipper for me to get my like kind of dark German style beer that I like, but enjoy it during the summer. So.
Oh wow, it definitely has those German aspects, like the not Brett. Let's not confuse this with sour. Like breadiness.
Yes.
I almost
like a pretzel.
I almost get like a little bit.
Yeah, exactly, like a pretzel.
I even get a little bit of plum on this. It's kind of
Yeah, I can see
like
that.
a
For
little,
sure.
It's like dark fruit kind of thing. But yeah, you get that dryness to it and kind of crispness.
Add some salt and some mustard. You gotta eat it.
Actually, yeah, that would be a good fucking pairing right there.
Maybe you can brew some of this for your Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
I see people out here be eating some big old Bavarian pretzels, pounding this in their big old liter steins.
This could be the Leverwesen.
There you go, Leverwesen.
Leverwesen.
It's still got to be called the Kunkle Dunkle.
We should say it right though. Leverwesen.
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 Exactly. You got it.
There you go. Yeah. So as they say in Germany, Prost.
We can't call it Leverwesen.
Leverwesen.
It's not going to work.
Unten Klippen Leverwesen. Is that shit?
Give it to me, baby.
Pom pom.
Nice. It's good beer.
Thank you. Yeah, I was surprised. This one came out really good, and as a home brewer, my big thing is consistency. So this is the second time I've done this beer, and it came out just as same as the first. So, so I'm just like, yay, I hit the mark.
I can see that. I mean, this is not like, for me, this is not my favorite style. It's not my favorite type of beer. However, I put those things aside. Like, all of my customers who go on tap, like on Untappd, and be like, 0.25 stars. This beer has fruit in it. I'm like, it's a fruited.
It's supposed to, yeah.
That's kind of how we designed it. So I don't know what your problem is. So like, you have to remove that part, right? So you have to say, okay, to style, this is good. This is like
you got to put your judge's cap on.
I mean, no, I don't want to go that far.
Okay.
But you got to separate like what do I like versus like what is this beer.
Got it.
And I do like it, so that's like automatic, like pretty high because many beers in this style are quite difficult to drink.
Yeah.
They're either like, I don't know, they're just they're
find
too, like syrupy, cloying, et cetera, because there's too much.
I would say the cloying sweetness is the big issue I see with a lot of the Dunkles.
Yeah, it's like quite dry for a Dunkel.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, this one's a 4.9, so just a nice, easy sipper.
I think so.
You could dry hop it.
Actually,
I'm joking.
No, actually, you might
dry hop everything here.
Well, dry hop everything, baby.
Actually, no, it's not a bad idea. That might help give it a little extra,
little oomph to it.
What are the hops in this beer?
So this one is the Callista.
Okay.
Yeah, Callista, and then Tetnaga.
Okay.
As like kind of like the finisher in there.
I feel like a Tet, like super low, like quarter pound per barrel dry hop.
I could see that.
I don't know. You should pour some in a glass and just like drop some pellets into it.
Yeah.
See what happens. That could be fun. It's very good. So, cheers to you. This is great. This is good stuff.
Thank
you.
Very
good stuff.
Speaking of dry hopping, a traditional style.
Yes, actually. Our next beer is actually a collab that Brandon and I did, where we were thinking to ourselves, we both got a hold of some pretty unique hops, and we wanted to like take a traditional style and kind of turn it on its head and hop the fuck out of it. So
that's my doing. I hop the shit out of everything I brew. That's like my thing.
So what we ended up doing is I got a hold of a hop called Vajvodina. It's a Lithuanian hop, and I guess the flavor characteristics were gooseberry and tobacco. And I was like, oh, that actually sounds pretty interesting.
Nice.
Brandon over here got a hold of Strata. And I was like, okay, what with that strawberry kind of quality to it, a little bit of berry, and we're like, okay, what sort of beer would really go well with this? And we ended up settling on a wee heavy.
Scottish style we have, This is dry hop, double dry hop.
Okay.
So we used the Vajvodina in the boil, and then we did a double dry hop, high Krausen, and then finish.
Oh wow!
With the Strata.
So it's like a hazy.
Yeah, that's kind of why. Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Okay, I'm pretty interested in this. Let's.
I told him it's a mind fuck. Like it
really
is. Yeah,
okay,
it's
nice.
different.
Yeah. So
it's not what you expect.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, and we ended up boiling for 2 hours, so we wanted to get those nice little caramel notes that are unique to the style.
The OG was like what
1097. Yeah, 1097.
Nice. Okay, so it's strong.
Yeah, it's 9.7 on the ABV.
Get the nice like dark fruit, like berry note on the.
Yeah, I would say the gooseberry out of all things probably like dominates this beer, but that's the thing.
He likes it.
That's good,
isn't it? It's different, huh? Like you're not expecting it because when you smell it, you're like, I don't know. This might be a little stiff, but just so balanced. Man, you can trust these.
Okay,
it's kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say, like so honest evaluation. So this is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Commercially, you might have troubles like selling.
Oh,
it
yeah.
in
Totally.
a tap room.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Like, I don't know if it would make it in a tap room.
Probably not.
And it doesn't matter. It's not.
No.
This is not about
Right.
a tap room. This is awesome beer.
Thank you.
This is
Like
really good.
It'd be like a dope cask beer, dude.
Yeah. Oh, hell
I can
yeah.
see that.
No, cheers to you guys. This is great. This is good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, we're both super proud of this beer. In fact, I was so proud of this. I ended up shipping a couple bottles off to the National Homebrew Competition.
Oh, nice.
So I'm waiting to see back what they say on the judging. So I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, it's nice.
I did end up entering it as a old ale in place
Okay.
of a wee heavy.
Okay.
I
good
thought
work.
it kind of fit that mold maybe a little bit better.
Yeah,
So,
good work for sure.
Yeah.
No, it's good. So it's I can tell it's strong.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
good.
get that warming,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
in the upper chest. So it's
Yeah.
not like super strong, but it's strong enough to give you that warmth.
It lets you know it's there.
Oh, yeah.
The malt character in there is like super, like it's very prevalent and delicious.
Yeah. I mean, we were almost joking that because of the hop combo, that we were almost kind of going for like a gooseberry Swisher sweet.
Yeah, like the strawberry from the,
Yeah, that's
the
right, strawberry.
Strata. Kind of get like a like a strawberry swisher. like if you like
you
lick
know
your
what?
fingers after you like roll your whatever.
After you mention that, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Wow.
Swisher Sweets.
Nice.
It's kind of the idea. So maybe you could put it in like a 420 looking can or some shit, and then you can market it that way.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I mean, you could roll this beer up in some backwood paper.
There you go.
Yeah.
You could literally, dude.
Or you get your Swisher Sweet and use it like a cognac where you dip in it.
Oh, my God.
The can would just look like a giant blunt. It would just be like
You could age it on some herb. I don't
There
know.
you go. Actually,
Aged on
get
it,
some
yeah.
sativa in there.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
use some terpenes.
Terpenes,
It's
yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Anything
That's
is
a big
possible.
seller right now, so especially on 420.
Terpenes.
Right. Wow,
terpenes.
nice. No, it's very good. It's a very like a. I always say things, and then I regret that I said them because it sounded like I was a dick.
No,
I
It
don't
happens
mean
to me all the time.
I don't mean it like this. It's just it's a very surprising beer because I wasn't expecting that. Based on the color, the just overall description, I was like, this is gonna be dog shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking good, man.
Yeah. That's why I said it was a mind fuck, because when I smelled the first time they poured it, I smelled it and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be
you might want to pour that.
Yeah. I thought this is gonna be too strong. I'm not gonna like it. It's gonna
Okay.
burn going down.
Just go and pour a glass, or pour a little bit off the top.
There you go. But man, it's a good beer. They
It's
did a
good.
good job. Yeah.
It's super good.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this one, definitely defied our expectations for sure.
Yeah. So what was the scale on this? Was it a half barrel, 5 gallon, 10 gallon?
We did 10 gallon.
Okay,
for
nice.
this one.
Nice.
So we did 10 gallon, and we did half a pound of the Vajradina
Okay.
in the last 20 minutes of the boil.
Okay.
And then we did a half pound of Strata split into two.
Nice.
So we did what was it? 4 ounce, 4 and 4.
Okay.
During the double dry hop.
All right.
So
And that was during active fermentation, end of active.
we
For
did.
biotransformation.
First one was high Krausen, and then the second one was post fermentation.
So this is literally like a juicy German
Yeah, weird, right?
DDH Imperial Dunkel.
This is the Frankenstein
I don't
of
know.
beers. Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's different.
Yeah.
Well, look, this is what's great about the beer world is that style descriptions are awesome. They're great.
Oh yeah.
But they only kind of put you in the ballpark.
Yes.
It's not a rule book.
Right.
It's a description.
Oh yeah.
So push the boundaries. Make beer better than it was when they wrote that fucking description, because
Yes.
those descriptions sometimes they really suck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
no, definitely.
They're horrible. I never ever tasted any of this stuff
No,
you guys
no,
talk
no.
about.
Yeah.
Because the shit has changed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as where grain is sourced, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Hops, different, what do you call it, different crops and stages.
Yeah, no, you never know. I mean, the thing is,
Hand me the bottle.
if you want to brew to style, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually respectable. But I'll give it to you. I'm not the biggest brewery on earth, but commercially, we have trouble selling standard styles
Sure.
of beer. Even a Cali or a West Coast IPA, it doesn't really work.
Here, yeah.
Nobody buys it, and it's not because it's not awesome. It's just that it's 5 people out of 1,000 who want to drink it.
Well, I'd say the styles that you guys focus on are two of the most popular and dominating styles in all craft beer right now.
And you have to because you think about where we are within like, look at our city, within Houston. We're like 35, 40 miles from Houston.
Yeah.
It's not like we have people knocking at the door every day saying, "Hey, can I get a beer?"
Yeah.
No, you have to invite them.
Yeah.
You have to like make sure they're invited like with red carpet to get people out here.
Oh, you get that draw, you know.
Yeah. So hazy IPAs, fruited sours. I mean, that's our red carpet. That's what gets people here.
Totally.
You see that empty cup, Brandon? I'll go and pour a little of this last one of the homebrew. Curious. I'm always a little hesitant with this beer just because it is my favorite style or favorite beer to make and to drink. This one's been aging for 3 years. It picked up a little Brett along the way.
Okay.
And some of the bottles I pulled have been just like, fuck you, Brett. And some of them have been like absolutely phenomenal, Brett. So,
nice.
Is that the FU Brett?
I think it's the FU Brett.
This is the FU Brett.
Oh, wow.
Strong.
It's certainly strong. But
actually, that's not bad.
Not unpleasant.
No.
Strong, but it's about it's
I can smell. It smells fuck you, Brett, but the taste is actually more subtle. So,
funky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a recipe early on in my brewing.
Okay.
Career as a hobby, and
nice.
This is a honey orange Belgian pale ale.
Okay.
So orange blossom honey, orange zest, in the whirlpool. And it just became this really larger than life beer over time.
Nice.
And then I did this actually in 2018 and threw it in a couple of bottles. And I guess during that time, I actually had to kind of stop brewing operations because I was playing around with Brett, and it just took over my whole brewing system.
Sense.
And I had to triple sanitize everything, but I guess I missed a few bottles maybe.
Okay.
And so with these bottles, I popped a few recently. I'm like, oh crap, a couple of them. Picked up some Brett.
Bottle bombs.
Yeah, but I'm actually surprised. I actually took this to the homebrew conference in 2019, and I use a dry packet called T58s from Sofla.
Okay.
And we ran into the Sofla guys at this homebrew conference, and I gave it to them, and they were just like, "You use T58, right?" And I'm like, I went to taste them, like, "Oh crap, I picked up a Brett." And they're like, "No, it's okay. It's actually really good." I'm like, "Okay."
So that yeast pack has that natural bacteria character, or the bacteria is actually present in the actual packaged yeast.
I think it might have a little bit of it.
I mean, for them to say that, it's kind of like they tricked you. Like, hey, oh, by the way, we threw all this awesome pretend spices in your,
Well, I guess the T58 is a trapeze style.
Okay, gotcha.
So I guess there's supposed to be a little hint of wild yeast kind of character.
Oh, they blew that out of the water. This is there's a lot in there.
Yes.
Actually, the nose is quite pleasant.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with this beer, but I've always enjoyed it, and let me rip into it if you want to. I'm okay.
I don't want to. I don't do that anymore. This is something I've learned in my past was let's not rip into beers.
Right.
Just take it easy. It's beer, man. Let's enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it.
We'll rip into it in a non-public spectrum if we want to rip into it. If you really push me, I will. But I won't do it. I won't do it here.
Okay.
It's just not how the world works, man.
All right.
If you want feedback, we'll do feedback.
Okay. There you go.
But I don't know shit, so.
Okay. Well, the way I always presented it to people was whether you hated it or you liked it, it was like one good thing, one bad thing. Like, what should I keep? What should I change?
That's good.
That way it becomes more constructive and it doesn't become just like a fuck you fest or,
that's fair.
Thing,
So, what should you keep? The nose is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those weird beers that I tried to perfect over the years by asking that question.
Yeah.
And when I got to the point where no one could tell me what to change on it, I knew I got there.
There you go.
So, and like I said, this is sort of like the next iteration of it because of that extra Brett character that came into the mix unexpectedly.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing your homebrew.
Yeah.
Very.
Well, I'm happy to bring it. Like you said, you started as a homebrewer, so it's always kind of cool, of bringing it back. almost full circle in that regard.
Mad respect for that, for homebrewing, man. It's awesome. I still do it sometimes, just to
That's cool. I'm glad to hear that because I run into a lot of friends of mine that went pro, and they either get too busy or they just get like burnt out sometimes on doing, the professional level that they just like they don't want to do.
We're definitely too busy, but we still do every third Friday. We do a 50-gallon batch.
Nice.
Of something cool. The homies come over and we hang out, have beers and whatever, and we just have a good time.
That's perfect.
It's like old times.
Dope. Yeah, and that's what it should be, especially when you're doing kind of like those big batch kind of home brews where you just kick back and it's like a hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Let's get the mash going, wait 90 minutes or an hour or something, and then that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear that.
No, it's fun. I mean, these are the roots of our industry.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, without home brewing, you wouldn't be where you were at. I mean, you had to kind of hone your craft before you decided, you know what, these beers are actually starting to taste pretty good. Maybe I could do this and make a living.
Yeah.
So, but kudos. That's why we like to feature home brewing on the show. And, we go to a lot of home brewing events and stuff like that. So the next great breweries start at home brewing. Like my uncle over here. Bearded Beaver Man Brewhouse, soon to open in the Branson area. Stay on the lookout. Oh, boy. So these last little bonus features here from Mr. Tons and Cuddles. He's always getting some crazy beers.
I was going to bring in some...
you thought it was a hazy, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
No, I wanted you to see the color. I've seen this beer before.
Yeah, no, me too. So first time we cracked that can, I'm like, I saw the Monkish logo. I'm like, awesome, hazy.
You thought it was hazy?
And then he poured it.
What the hell?
What is that?
That is not a hazy.
This is not a hazy.
You've already had this one?
That is that's Brandon coming in with the fire.
It's been a long time ago, but it's I remember cracking that can, having that same reaction, like maybe it's the wrong label, maybe it's a hazy, maybe it's not. I don't really know because
that's what they're known for, dude. Like, yeah, but no, it is a Belgian triple with hibiscus from Monkish in Torrance, California. So yeah.
No, it's good. It's good to see because I promise you, they probably sold out of that beer just as fast as they sell the hazies.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, actually,
Well, their cans.
It stuck around for a while, actually.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, every time I go there,
but it's
every
good to
can
see that it
sold out.
only was a little while. Because
Right.
It's not like they dumped half of it down the drain because it sucked.
Right.
If it doesn't, it's good to see other things sell besides hazy and fruit. It's nice.
Right. It's so pleasant. Like the nose is so nice, and then it's a whomping beer though. It'll get you.
Yeah.
Triple.
It's strong, but it's also the flavor is light. Nose is subtle. Very good.
That's so cool.
It's crazy. The Belgian triples, like they sneak up on you.
Is that something they did in one of their fooders, or is that just a?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember this one.
I just like this Belgianish beer.
I like that too.
I love it.
Belgianish.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Out of style in many ways and just whatever.
Yeah.
Belgianish beer. Cool.
Yeah. Belgianish. I love it. Thanks for bringing some Monkish to Texas.
Oh, of course, man.
It got smuggled in a suitcase somewhere, wrapped up in a shirt or something. I don't know.
You know what's crazy is our Monkish trader actually is here.
Oh, really?
He flew in from LA. It's
No
awesome.
way.
Yeah, he's here. He's here right now. It's pretty cool to see him in here. So
That's awesome.
He's
We'll
our
have to say hi.
Monkish and Kings guy. He gets us all the stuff that we need.
Perfect. That's awesome. Well, I've probably seen him at King's because I did spend my time in lines there. It's been nice with the double drops on Fridays and Saturdays, and you can just cruise in at like afternoon and not have to worry about the line anymore. It's been great.
Nice.
So, it helps when, like what you're about to do, his huge expansion where, you can put out a lot more beer than before. So, it's cool.
We got to find ways to accommodate people and to sell beer.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't just make beer. We actually have to sell it, too. So it's like, if you're making more of it, you have to sell more of it. Otherwise, this whole thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's basic economics, but it's...
Well, that's kind of what Green Flash ended up shooting themselves in the foot on. At one point, they end up, taking out a bunch of loans to basically expand their brewery almost like sixfold, and then they couldn't pay back the loans because they weren't selling enough, and
there's not enough people to buy it.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
It, right?
Yeah. And I think Alpine was a similar one, but if you've ever been to Alpine, San Diego, outskirts of San Diego, it's the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think here feels like middle of nowhere, like Alpine is literally like a pit stop on the 8 freeway.
Nice.
So I was actually surprised.
They do have a good bakery out there, though. Just fun fact about Alpine. Very, very Alpine bakery.
Okay.
Some of the best sourdough as well as cinnamon swirl bread. Amazing.
Okay.
Wow, didn't I know that?
Yeah. Check it out.
I love bread. Shout out to bread. Fuck yeah.
If you guys want to send me that stuff, just Google us. I'll take it.
There you go.
Monday through Friday, 8 to 4.
Yeah. I love it. Send you all the Cali love. All right, what else do we have, Brandon?
All right,
I
so
see the
this
bottle.
one-
I recognize the bottle.
So this one I've been holding on to for a little while, and I really, really want to try it. It's from Pure Project in San Diego, and it is a rum barrel-aged sour with banana, coconut, and vanilla. I'm really excited for this.
Oh, nice.
That sounds ridiculous.
Coming in at 7.8% alcohol by volume.
Wow, sounds good.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds almost like the base for the beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Those coconut rum barrels are amazing, man. It's a whole new territory for us, and it's not going to be.
That's cool.
Well, let's put this. We're gonna keep exploring. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, awesome. Fans of Baa Baa Brewhouse are in for
Brandon,
a treat with that.
I think it goes the other way.
Yeah, it's got the
like
lip
you
on
go
it.
forward.
No, the other way, like with the top.
Oh, we got a foamer. Oh yeah, that one's foaming.
Just a little foam.
Just a little bit.
A little bit of the bubbly.
We might get some chunkies. It's all good though.
What do you think?
Hey, he's
doing good.
Hell yeah. Dude, I love barrel-aged sours, dude. Oh yeah, I got some chunkies.
Yep. Oh yeah.
What's in there? You got a little coconut? What do you got?
That looks like yeast.
Oh, okay.
That's yeast.
Oh, there we go. Going back to some roots here.
Yeah, a little yeast in there. No problem. That's healthy.
Good for your gut.
Pure Project on the 1%
Is that Jim
deal.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay. Was it Jim Koch swears by like
Holy
eating
moly.
yeast while he's like taking beer tours?
That is smack you in the face pucker factor right there.
Wow, yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn, this is an interesting beer. That's what the brewer said, too. When we were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Jansen.
for sure.
He was like, this is just a really interesting, like, cool beer that we're excited about. And I was like,
wild.
I love
gotta say
I
about
love the
that.
perspective like of other brewers. You know, it's like this is an interesting,
yeah.
cool beer, and it's like, you know, some brewers will say like, okay, that's not interesting, that's not
Right.
cool, and some are like, that's awesome. I'm like, no, it's not awesome. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like,
sure.
the ideology around like all these beers is so different when you go from place to place. Like
Everybody's perspective, yeah, changes.
there are some brewers that be like, oh, this is like dog shit, and there's some like, this is the best beer ever made.
Yeah.
And there's many more who are in between. It's just and this is what makes the world go around, our world go round and round.
Well,
is
yeah.
that, you have customers, you have other people who may or may not be customers, and they're all loving what you're doing, or they're all hating what you're doing.
Exactly.
And sometimes there's just a lot of in between.
Yeah, man. That's the beauty of it all. Diversity, differences, different perspectives, creativity, different styles of creativity. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool thing about like cooking and like brewing and stuff like that. It's like everybody has a different twist on it,
Yeah,
So
that's right.
That's what makes it's so cool.
All roads lead to Rome.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Absolutely. Have you had Pure Project before?
Yes.
It's a really cool brewery. Actually, their new is it Vista or Carlsbad.
This is the brand new
The brand new
I
one.
think, yeah.
Oh man, that place looks dope. Dude.
I can't wait to go check it out. I'll be there in June. So
You're gonna go June?
Yeah, so
All
I
right.
can check it out. Them and Bergeron too.
All right, we're gonna take a quick selfie here. There we go. I love the music in the background, little jungle boogie. Jimmy would appreciate that. All right.
Hello,
Good
Jimmy.
stuff.
Miss you, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, there are a lot of empty cups on this table right now.
Drink a lot of beer fast.
Yeah, we definitely did the gauntlet here.
Jimmy, what the hell, man? Next time you're coming.
Yeah, because
Hell
he
yeah,
could have
man.
evened all this out right here.
Seriously, dude.
He probably would have done a keg stand if we asked him.
Hell yeah.
I know a guy who can set that up. Just saying.
There you go.
maybe a butt chug or two. You know what I'm saying?
Now we're getting crazy.
I don't know that guy.
You don't have a butt chug guy out here in Texas?
No.
Man, I thought for sure you would.
That's probably down in Amarillo.
We may, but I don't know.
Let's ask around. Hold on. Anybody around here want a butt chug?
Well, there you go.
Oh,
there's a market you could break into.
Got 1, 2, maybe
3 guys over
I don't know.
there. So
Just dry hot bits.
Dry hot butt.
Get more donors.
That's right.
Just throw some hot pellets at it.
That Coles could be butt chugging ammo.
Yeah.
Well, we've come to that time to come to towards the end of the show, and we see all the empty cups here. But man, what an amazing journey it was to get to these empty cups. Marcus, we can't thank you enough for inviting us out here and showing us some Southern hospitality and taking care of us. I mean, it's been a great day. We've been here all day so far. We plan on hanging out even longer because, again, our hotel is like right there.
Yeah, we can see it. That's cool. So we know we're not going to get dropped off at the wrong one.
Right. We're good to go.
You can walk there. It's your own fault.
I will not. Or if I get hit by a bicycle going 63 miles per hour.
roll,
it's
crawl.
possible, man.
That's right. But yeah, we just want to thank you for having us out here.
Yes,
thank you for everything you do for the beer industry, and help supporting our show too. Shouting us out and stuff definitely helps us. Of course, we shout you out too. We feel like we've kind of helped with your Southern California scene a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
But yeah, no, man, it's been a pleasure coming out here. We are going to come out again for sure, Josh and I. And I'm sure Brandon's going to be like, I got to go back. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, man, we had a lot of fun.
Listen, guys, the feeling's mutual. It's awesome to have you here, and you're welcome anytime, man. It's
all right, man.
Awesome.
And of course, if you find yourself up in Santa Rosa at some point, let me know.
Or Branson.
It's possible. Probably not so much on the Branson spectrum. No disrespect, just saying.
Well, you might have to come visit a brewery up there that I might know.
That I can do.
There you go. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, it's been awesome, and congratulations on your 5-year anniversary. The craft brewing industry, it's not an easy one, and you've done a very good job. If you made it 5 years, you're going to have a ton more years, more of these parties to come. And I see all this land here. You got a lot of room to expand, so you picked a good spot. So, congratulations and happy 5-year anniversary.
Yeah,
thank you, guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And with that being said,
they also practice by drinking the urine of a ram.
The what?
They drink ram's piss.
Because of the pH balance?
No, because if you can drink ram's piss, fuck, you can drink almost anything.
She said fuck.
What's this, the malted liquor? What gets you drunk or quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer. Can't get enough of it. Beer. How we really love it. Beer. Makes me think I'm a man. Beer. I could kiss and hug it, but I'd rather chug it. Beer. My belly out to here. Beer. I could not refuse it. Beer. I could really use it. Beer. Beer.
I can't remember how much I have had. I drank a 12-pack with my dad.